Wait, I was muted. Sorry. Hello. 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 Oh, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Stream, chat, whatever. Oh, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Stream, chat, whatever. Hi Pink Ninja.
Hi.
Hi Pink Ninja.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm
Hi.
good. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah.
Also, my teeth hurt. I should probably have Advil. Because I got my braces. I got my braces tight. My braces tight yesterday. I got my braces tight. Sure, we are live, aren't we? 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 Hi. Yay? Ooh. The 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 text is still on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Long it's not. Soon it shall not be. How's that? I'm muted, but I'm no longer muted. Oh, damn, I can't echo the echo, echo, echo. Oh, I know. It's been a freaking nightmare. So, uh, you say that like you didn't just say the word thrice. Hello, everybody. There's the usual, as Barnacles says, the first part of the stream is generally just sorting out the technology. So I've got this really cool new thing, which can I show you? Let me see if I can show you. There's a dog. Let me see if this is the one.
I'll be right back. I think I have to
Nope.
take care
We
of
have a chip destroying the thing.
What's that?
I think I have to get some iPhone keys are really annoying me.
Uh-oh. Oh, the text is still there. I see. Yeah, I gotta try to get rid of that text, don't I? I'm trying to get a little fancier, and it's obviously working really well for me. All right. How the heck is everybody?
Good, yeah.
So I've just had Disney has just scratched at the inside of my nostrils and taken DNA samples. What do you think? I have to get tested for in order to do this film. So they were like up my nostrils doing all that stuff this morning. So that's why I'm a late start today. Oh, wait a sec. Where's my fancy fun? Okay, let me see. I have a fancy fun cover here. Let's do this. There you go. No. Let me do that. Oh, I want my fancy cover on that one. I have a really cool little Tech Bandits thing that covers up all these flashing lights and everything, but I seem to be unable to use that right now. Oh, man, I've been having struggle. I got this really cool new streaming thing, but it's just been a complete pain in the butt. I haven't been able to make it work. But I am able to do things like this. Doggy cam. There's the dog cam. And not the dog cam. There you go. So, and you can, it's kind of fun. And you get to see all the inner workings of what's going on, which I haven't quite figured out. So, if I do this, I think we should be, there you go, back on full screen. I mean, the flashing things are a bit nuisance, but they do, yeah, it's just kind of neat to be able to sort of almost work at like a TV studio. Anyways, so we've got lots of new people here today. I should probably let people know online that I'm doing this. Hey, did you look at the new NVIDIA stuff? Baz, you were looking at some of the stuff this morning with me. Was there any of the stuff that sort of impressed you? Have we got everybody? Where is everybody? Have I just muted everybody? I probably have, knowing me. Do we have our little iron hams? Hey, Baz. No, we don't have Baz. We've lost him. We've lost the Baz. Well, Commander Cosmo, did you look at have you seen that NVIDIA stuff? So NVIDIA's released new GPU cards and a whole bunch of new apps that, like, some of them have things like, actually, you know who'll like this is Pink Ninja and Golden Wolf, because they have, it's like a new app that when you're streaming or when you're talking to people, it takes out all of the background noise, and it can also make the camera follow you automatically. So you can sort of like move around, and you could be like, it's like tools for people who want to broadcast. People who obviously are smarter than I am, because I can't figure out this. I just got this gorgeous ATEM Mini Pro. If I switch to this camera, wait a second. I think I can show you with the dog camera. This is the beast this is all the cables. That's the beast I'm working with right now. But trying to get it to stream for me has proven, shall we say, difficult. In fact, right now, impossible. There you go. Back to dog cam. Dogs are far more attractive to look at than that. Yeah, I was like blown away by this NVIDIA thing. I just like, there's so many cool things that they're up to, which kind of blow me away. So there's all these broadcasting tools. So basically, you could be sitting there with a vacuum cleaner playing in the background, and this new NVIDIA software will, and it'll helped by their GPU cards, their graphics cards, will take that sound out and only play your voice. Like, I don't even know how they do it, but literally you could have, like, Pink Ninja could be vacuuming behind Golden Wolf while she's streaming or talking or gaming, and it will take out the sound of the vacuum cleaner.
That's so cool.
It also could take out the background, and you can do all sorts of like, instead of a green screen, you don't even need a green screen anymore. It like tracks who you are and then keeps that in focus, and everything else can be out of focus. And then, as I say, it can do this weird thing where you zoom in, and then the camera digitally tracks you. right? So you can have a close-up instead of this big wide shot. And the software, again, AI, artificial intelligence, is following your face the whole time. So you can go back, you stroke the dog, you come back again. The camera will actually keep like sort of like poked in on you there, just like actually keeping you in the frame, which is kind of neat. So I thought that was neat. Commander Cosmo, was there anything you saw in there that sort of you went like, oh, I like the look of that, besides the new graphics cards? Really? I see. There's so many things. I was like, they've got these new monitors that tie into their cards that allow. What was it? 3. I wish Baz was here because he knows the deal. But it was like, it's like, I think it's almost twice as fast as a 144 hertz monitor now. And they were showing how in the. I wonder if I can show you. Can I show you? I bet you I can. Wait a second. Can I? Maybe I can. What does this do? Nothing. That by the way, that's an LED. What does this one do? Oh, that partially does the, okay. How about this one? Okay, so if that's my monitor, then potentially I could do this. All right, potentially I could do this. This could be neat. And you can all still hear me. I haven't screwed anything up with that. All right. Because I've still screwed up, but not with the hearing stuff. Okay, all right. Here we go. Where is it? This is the one. Okay, so if I open this, and then I move it over to my other window. Ah, look at that. Oh, this is cool. So we can actually go full screen with it, and you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Maybe full screen isn't the way to go. Right. They've got some really neat stuff going on. Where is my... Oh, of course, now I've got the overlay over it, so I can't see it. Do you hear the sound when I do that? Or is it like the... Can hear David, but not the bandits. Ah. You're not hearing the bandits. Okay. Let's have a look then and see. Bandits, would you mind speaking? That's so weird because I can see the yeah, I can see them showing up on the I can see them showing up on the sound, but you're not getting it for some reason. Huh.
Some people are saying that we sound really quiet.
Ah, well, I can change that. How's that? Now try speaking. Is that a little better for people? Is it they can hear me, but just very quietly?
Someone says I can hear them.
There you go. Much better. There you go. Okay, so I've upped you a bit. So as I apologize again. I am trying out this new system, and I had everything. Well, you've seen the rat's nest that is my desktop. Trying to make this thing work, and I'm sort of kludging together two things right now. I'm using the new system and OBS to do the streaming because I cannot convince this thing to do it. You back?
Yeah. Also, usually I can't swallow pills, but somehow I did it. I think.
That's fantastic. How is my wife calling me now? Oh boy, it's all on today.
Yeah, it's sort of weird.
Hey baby, just streaming.
And I seriously thought I was going to start choking, and then I swallowed, so it worked. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
you better check with Baz because I'm actually online right now, and he's not. So yes, he could certainly be recruited. It's all right. All right. That was Jane, and because Baz is not here, it means he has to go and help. It's perfect.
Why isn't Baz on the stream?
Oh, I don't know. He had to get up early. Because we all had to get up early and walk dog. He had to walk the dog and stuff, so his schedule is totally thrown off. Knowing him, he's probably gone back to bed again. And also, I haven't actually, to be fair, I haven't actually tweeted out that I'm doing this. So, okay, so this NVIDIA stuff. So Commander Cosmo wasn't impressed by stuff. I'll tell you what I saw, which I was really impressed by. First off, they've got a new app for creating Machinima. Do you guys know what Machinima is?
No.
Ah. Well, basically, it's like taking the characters and the worlds that in the games that you play, like like you could probably do it with. I'm sure they do it in Sims, where they make little movies out of Sims. So they use the gameplay to make movies. And they've been doing it since the beginning of this stuff, where people have like edited together bits of video games to make it do or say other things. But they now have like an app that allows you to actually bring in different characters and animate them and put in special effects. And it ties into all these different programs. So you're actually able to create your own Machinima. So I'm totally excited about that because, imagine being able to go in and just take your favorite characters from The Sims or something and just create a whole movie with them. Get them to say what you want them to say.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be neat? You get to make movies by yourself.
Okay.
Has anyone done that? Have you done any? Has anyone made any movies out of video games or anything, or Minecraft or anything?
No, that would be fun though.
I mean, this isn't like the same thing, but I remember a while ago, like quite a long time ago, everyone was doing like stop motion animation movies.
Oh yeah.
And that, which is obviously different, but that was like a thing everyone was doing.
That's neat though. You could almost do stop motion with Minecraft, couldn't you? Like you could place your characters and then.
No, you 100% could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. But you were doing stop motion. But you were doing stop motion with video game stuff or with actual live things.
Or just like anything in your house that you could move around.
Right, including members of your family.
It takes 20
or like Lego
minutes,
or something.
It takes what?
It takes 20 to 30 minutes for I build a cook, and I don't know if I'm gonna survive that long.
Oh no! All right. Well, good luck to you.
If I die on stream, I want all my stuff to not go to my sister. Give it out to someone else.
To me, it should come to me. Totally come to me. Yeah.
My parents, actually, that works.
If Noodles the raccoon passes away from pain from braces today, then I get all of her comic books. Just so we know.
That would suck because I don't really have any.
Okay, I'll get your new PC, which we haven't built yet. It's supposed to rain today, so I said, "Oh, no raccoon noodles today because it's gonna rain and I can't have all the doors open and it won't be enough airflow and all that kind of stuff." What does it do? It doesn't rain. It's like beautiful outside right now.
If you want, I can literally be there in 5 minutes.
It's true. Okay. I'm not ready for you now. No, I think what we might do is do it tomorrow. So we might actually do like a special PC build tomorrow morning if you're available.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can just focus on that. Because Golden Wolf and Pink Ninja and Commander Cosmo may not find it as interesting watching us screw up a PC build.
Yeah, so everyone come tomorrow for me screwing up building a PC. Woo!
It won't be you. It'll be me screwing up more than anyone, I'm sure. Anyways, okay, so Golden Wolf, Pink Ninja. So you were doing stop motion animation. It would be a lot easier in a way to do it with... I just love the idea of being able to like create a character, have them... I mean, it's almost like a director's dream. Instead of having to argue with actors about what they should do in a scene, you just make them do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine, so like, I just imagine like making something like with The Sims like that. It would be, I think you would have to pause the game. Oh, you know what? I wonder if you could pause the game, put in all the actions they have to do, and then like set up because can't you do first person in The Sims?
You can.
Oh, you can.
So
you can do first person. So, but as first person, can you walk through scenes and stuff?
Well, I mean, you can. It's like a bit glitchy, but you can, and also you can do this thing which is, I mean, I don't. It's like not an actual gameplay, but it does kind of look like a movie in a way because there's no like bars and stuff and like game stuff in the corners. It's just the screen is just the game. So I mean, you could make a movie if you really wanted to. It'd be a bit hard, but you could.
Yeah.
Could you do different shots though? Like, could you have like, so you'd have like a point of view shot, you'd have a wide shot. Can you get, because the wide shot's basically what, or a top down or whatever it is, that partially top down shot that it is. Can you change the camera angles within the game? Oh, that's why I'm tired.
Yeah, I think
Drink my
so.
coffee yet.
You could also probably do that with filming stuff.
With what was that, Noodles? With what?
Well, like in Minecraft, I'm pretty sure with like you can do like film like you can film first person, but I'm pretty sure there's like apps you can get where you can like film and then move the camera around because you filmed the entire thing. And you can
Yeah, there was some very rough ones when I first started, because that's always my dream. My dream is the idea of being able to explore little mini movies, like they could be like pre-visualizations. They're like, this is what I would do if I was making a movie, but I'm not making a movie, so I'm just going to use these Minecraft characters or whatever. But
another technique people use a lot of the time is they'll put like they'll have like a spare account and they'll put them in like mode or not spectator mode, or just like they'll add them in and then they'll have them look on to the building.
Right. Right, so you have like numerous accounts that you can log into and make your characters do the right thing, or which is hard. Well, the thing that's harder, I find, is trying to get everyone together to do all this stuff at the same time. God, I was up early. You know, the dog woke me up at like 6 a.m. this morning. Was so excited. I thought, oh my god, she's got to get outside. She's got to get outside. She gets outside. She's like, hey, just sitting there. How you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? How am I doing? Baz is at the park today, and apparently she's being called. They say that she doesn't bark so much as she sort of talks. Like, she does bark as well, but she talks to us. She does this kind of like, and you're like, what the? Well, apparently that is a husky thing. Uh-oh, now I've woken her up. I've woken the beast up. Apparently that is a husky thing. Huskies are big on talking.
Oh, so cute.
They prefer to talk. Let me see if I can find that. I can find her for you.
She's sleeping again.
Oh, special G-force. I don't want that one. I want. Can I do that? If I do this. No, I don't know how to do that. I'm trying to get back our little huzzah camera, but I don't seem to be able to do that. Maybe I can. Wait a second, maybe I can. Oh, if I do this and then go to there. Aha! I've done it. By George, I think I've done it. There you go. There she is. Oh, that's a nice shot. Look at you, little beast. There's the little beast. Yeah, so they're saying that she is part husky, and the husky is the part that likes to talk.
Oh, she's so cute.
I know. Well, you can have her.
No,
I spent the morning lying on the floor with her because the sofa was bugging my back too much. So I was just lying on the floor. Jane came down and she said it looked like I'd been murdered by the dog, because I was like lying there like this on the ground. The dog was just like right beside. Oh, thank you, Meckberg. Husky Cross, and she spoke a lot like that. Yeah, apparently they talk Wookiee, basically. Well, Monica Lake, thank you very much. Monica Lake's also subscribed. We've got a whole bunch of subscribers here that I've completely missed. Hello from Ireland. Hello to Ireland. Rashi3AD. Now, I should start by saying, first off, I'm so off my game today. I was up too early. There's just nothing like racing downtown in an Uber in a pandemic to go and get someone you don't know to shove things up your nose and get tested. This is the second test I've done this week because of shooting. Because the productions won't share their results. So they make you do your own, even if it's with the same lab, they'll make you do the test again for them. So, because we just started filming again, and of course filming involves, everyone's got to wear masks now, everyone's got to wash their hands all the time, everyone's got to wear, like either face shields, and then of course...
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
How, you can't social distance like on set, that's not possible.
Well, this is it.
You can, but I mean, when you're filming.
Well, it's very difficult to social distance on set, but we do our best with that. But that is exactly my point. Everyone does all these things to stay safe, and then what they do, they say action, and you take your masks off and you start acting, and so hello, Susie Foreman.
So for the actual acting part, there's no like
punching people in the face,
social distancing and stuff, right? Because that'd be kind of weird.
There's no social distancing. No. So the idea is that they test us like twice a week. So there's this rotating testing all the time. They try to keep as few people on set as possible, which I got to be honest with you, I is impossible. Like, I don't know how. Basically, it looks like a normal set to me, except everyone's walking around with these big sweaty masks on. Yeah, I refer to it a little bit like, I call it COVID theater. It's basically, we got to go through all these motions so that the production doesn't get sued and shut down. That's basically what it is. And the reality is, we're being as careful as we can. There's not like a food tray anymore. There's like, you have to have things in little boxes. You have all of your own stuff. You have your own space. You go back to the trailer and stay there.
But they still give you like donuts and stuff, right?
I guess you could order donuts, but you'd have to get them, like, it all has to be done. I honestly don't think they have the resources for that right now. Yeah, and one of the things that I always, because started in theater, I always hang up all my clothes. I always put my stuff away, so it's not a problem. But I noticed that everyone else is now having to learn to do that, because wardrobe's like, I'm not picking up those socks. They've been on your feet all day. They could be COVID socks for all we know, right? So there were a couple of sort of rather grumpy exchanges between different departments, because they're like, I'm not picking up those actors' cups and things. So you really have to sort of like keep, you have to look after yourself. Like, frankly, I've always done anyways, because I was a bit of a germaphobe. Anyways, sorry, that's not what this is about. The point was yes, a bit off my game here. So I'm not doing a lot of chat. I will get into chat as much as I can. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do our talk yesterday. But this is Tech Bandits, more specifically Game Bandits. And this week, I thought we could delve into some of the NVIDIA stuff, because it raises a few kind of interesting things to talk about. Yes, I should thank DStat, our fabulous sponsorship level Patreon. I should thank all of our patrons. I should thank all of our subscribers. Much appreciated. It really just sort of makes this possible. Things like this thing. So I could basically we could thank our Patreons and our and all of our subscribers for that little my little switcher, which I'll use
Cal's
right
here.
now. I said,
I don't think I've seen Cal this entire time.
oh, is Cal here? Cal. So I can thank all of you for this beast, for wasting the last 2 days trying to figure out how to use this stupid thing. I love it. I just can't figure out how to make it work right now. But I am using it partially right now. I'm only using part of its amazing powers. And the rest of them are used just to get good shots of the dog, which I think is well worth it. Anyway, so I have to thank everyone for that. I am, so I am talking to the bandits today. I will try to get into the chat as much as I can, and I think, as I say, we'll see if we can get Raccoon Noodles to come and build her PC tomorrow, when the weather will be nice and I will be more available. But we've got Golden Wolf and Pink Ninja here. While we've got them, we should talk to them about this stuff. There's a couple of other things that came out. So Machinima, if you guys have any interest in that, or if you ladies have any interest in that, I would be very curious to know what you find. Like, if you could find any Sims related stuff. I know that Baz was showing me some World of Warcraft things that have been done, but they were mainly promo things for, like, they're basically, he called them skin ads, because they're basically ads for the different skins. By creating these amazing animations around the skins, it makes you want to buy those skins, right? But the idea that you or I or someone who doesn't have the design skills could take our favorite characters. Okay, imagine this. I got one for Pink Ninja. So Pink Ninja, you've got the Stranger Things games, and it's got all the characters in it, let's say. Imagine being able to make them say and do anything you want, and you create your own episodes of Stranger Things using the video game. What about that?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I haven't tried the game at all. It's more of a like a 8-bit old school one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it, but I mean, it's kind of meant to look like kind of like an arcade game, but
right.
At the same time, that means it probably isn't the best game.
Right.
I mean, it looks very simple, so I don't really know.
I hate to say it, but most games based on TV or films suck. Just suck.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Isn't it true, Cosmo? And in fact, we were talking about this last week. In fact, I mean, just how much we don't like the fact that movies are now sort of splattering themselves all over all these other things as well. But something that also came up, which I think will affect the Sims and things as well. I know you guys aren't just Sims, but like Overwatch and a number of the other things.
Yeah.
Is that it's this thing called ray tracing. Does anyone know what ray tracing is? It's the hardest thing to explain, but it's a type of it's a way of creating video graphics, basically a way of creating things on screen that look real. Up until now,
Like with that thing with all the little triangles.
yes,
The
with all the little
PlayStation
polygons.
thing.
Yeah. Lots of little polygons. Well, so what we've been doing is we've been faking it. Up until now, we've basically, in video games, you got to do things fast, so we've been faking it. In movies, things take forever. Like it can take like a month to render like one shot in a movie because of all the different things that they have to create just to get the sheer number of math equations that have to be figured out to make each image look right and then put them all together so they're animated properly. So what ray tracing does is basically, is literally all right, is literally trace rays of light. So as if we were looking at them, it goes like, okay, so where's your light? There's a light over there. Where would those rays come, and what would they do? They wouldn't just bounce off my skin. They'd sort of illuminate my skin almost under the surface a bit as well. And then this light would reflect a little bit. You get a little bit of a reflection of the light, like on my face and on my shirt, and which I again, there's a lot of fancy terms for this, but basically what it's doing is it is trying to use a computer to mathematically figure out where every ray of light is going and bouncing and dispersing and all that kind of stuff. So that's why you get these really very realistic looking shadows, very realistic looking reflections. Like reflections are the ones you really notice. And also things just look like skin looks more like skin. It doesn't look like a flat color. It looks like there's a bit of a glow to it, that it's reflecting, that it's reacting to the light and things. But normally the processing on that is crazy hard to do. With these new RTX chips, what they're doing is they're saying, okay, we're going to ray trace more than we did before, twice as much. So it's going to look twice as good, basically. But we're also going to use artificial intelligence to figure out how to do it for us. So it's almost like a cheat. It's almost like almost like a lookup thing where it goes like, okay, we need it to look like this frame. So how can I figure out how to do that quickly on the fly type thing? So they've got it to the point now where they can have ray traced games without it having a considerable impact on how slow the game runs. So things like, we've seen it sort of made sense to do it in Minecraft because Minecraft is a fairly simple system, if that makes sense. There's lots of blocks and stuff. So it would be easier to sort of optimize a lot of that. But this new stuff is going to be added to, they're going to add it to Fortnite, they're going to add it to Valorant, they're going to add it to all these things. So things are going to suddenly start looking a lot more real. And I thought, oh my God, Sims. Imagine having Sims with realistic lighting and shadows and reflections and stuff. You'd be able to do amazing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there are some like mods that make your Sims look super realistic, but there aren't really any that make actual game look realistic. So yeah, that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
What
So,
was?
like,
Sorry, Niels, go
I
ahead.
think eyelashes in The Sims is also something they should do because it just makes Sims look better.
Eyelashes?
Seriously.
Yeah, it is a thing. Yeah.
But you know what's funny is that's the kind of thing that ray tracing would allow, because they would be very difficult to do. Otherwise, they'd just be lines that move, right? Whereas this would work out. Basically each one of those little hairs would have like light bounced off it, would cause reflections, would diffuse light, would reflect light. Now again, it probably wouldn't be as complex as that, but the idea behind it is they could look very real. Thank you so much, Nathalis, for that, gifting subs to Xenos and all. Very kind of you. So I'm just kind of excited at the idea that, first off, our games are going to look more real. I'm hoping that will also make me less motion sickness, or maybe it'll make me more motion sickness because it looks more real. What do you think? I hadn't thought of that. But so Fortnite's getting it. Commander Cosmo, it's going to look much better playing Fortnite on that RTX. Yeah. You have an RTX. I think you have an RTX in your system as well.
Apparently, Cal's sub disappeared for a bit because she said, "What happened to my sub? Is my bank in the negative?"
You know what, Cal? It's weird that all these things are happening when I suddenly got your real contact information. Oh man, I look so much more evil with a mustache doing that.
You do. Oh my God.
Don't I? I look like, or not even.
Also, your lighting today is very.
Do you like my lighting? Isn't it kind of moody? I thought it was kind of moody and cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to figure that out as well. Okay, so a few more things. So Machinima is something I would look into that personally, especially Pink Ninja, who you're obviously. Pink Ninjas wrote these amazing letters to the Stranger Things folks, and they had pictures, and they had obviously that's something that you obviously enjoy the process, not just the series itself, but the process of making the film, the series, right?
Yeah.
So this is a great way, I think, potentially a great way to start exploring filmmaking without any of the cost of filmmaking, and I mean cost in time, energy, and during a pandemic. It's so much better to have virtual actors than real actors, right? Look at me. I got to go get things shoved up my nose every 2 days because they're worried I'm infectious, which I probably am. God knows what's living in this mustache. But whereas these virtual characters, you can, and once you've created them, if people like them, you go, oh, we'll keep them. We'll keep casting him in every movie because he's, that character is someone people know. So I'm really excited about that. I think we should play with that ourselves. I think I would very much like to start doing that. And one of the games I was looking forward to for this was Hightail. We've talked about this because they've got built-in tools for it. But my hunch is this Machinima, it's called, I think it's like the Machinima app or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called. You'll have to check the NVIDIA video for that. But and I'll do show notes and post them on thetechbandits.com after this. But I wasn't sure that I was actually going to get to a Tech Bandits today or not. So anyways, I just thought that was kind of cool. The other thing that's come up is the whole AI side of this stuff. Like these chips are now designed to do artificial intelligence. So they're not just designed. What I find it so neat that these graphics cards aren't just putting stuff on your screen anymore, or making your game run faster. They are making your game run faster and putting stuff on your screen, but they're doing it in a different way now because they've got these huge artificial intelligence systems that could be used for all sorts of stuff other than just video games and stuff, right? So, for example, one of the things that a lot of people did during COVID was they donated their GPU time through NVIDIA to create the COVID virus in a virtual. Like basically they created Machinima around this COVID. So they created a little film about that simulates what COVID does, and they simulated a tiny portion of time, because it takes an awful lot, like teraflops of processing powers, which is just like crazy numbers of computers, which is why they sort of have lots of people doing it for them. And they've they can simulate the moment the virus grasps onto the human cell. And of course that, they figure, is when it is at its most vulnerable. And I just thought it was so cool that all these gamers, when they're not playing games, had their computers running and we're trying to figure out, we're basically processing the medical data to create this stuff so that we could kick COVID's butt, basically. I tried to get it running on mine, but of course my computer's too old, so it just kept dying. Basically, COVID killed my computer. I just thought that was really, really neat. Biology's hard. Exactly, James Gurney. Very true. James, have you seen that stuff? Have you seen one of at the beginning of the NVIDIA demonstration, they have a little sort of simulation of it, of the folded home. Let me see if I can find.
Hi, Baz.
Hi.
Baz!
I went to groceries with my mom, and I completely forgot that we were doing Tech Bandits. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. It was, as I said, I was saying to everyone, it's a really weird morning this morning. We've talked about Machinima and the stuff that we were looking at for with NVIDIA. What were you were showing me these not World of Warcraft.
League of Legends.
League of Legends. And we were just saying how much fun it would be to be able to make our own movies using the characters in the games that we like. You know what I mean? Noodles has given up. Noodles, by the way, is in immense pain because she's had her braces tightened.
Not immense pain. It's getting better now. I think it's been about 20, 30 minutes.
It's the Advil.
Yeah.
The key to happiness.
really happy that I managed to swallow that.
Hey, Pink Ninja
Feels so much
and Golden
better.
Wolf, do you guys have braces?
No.
Never had them?
No.
No.
Baz is supposed to get them, but I
I
don't
have to get them, but I don't think neither of us think we need them.
really.
Okay,
Well, like
why-
I don't need them. It's because I have the biggest overbite, and my two front teeth are so far apart.
It's not the overbite. It's the I think it was the front teeth, but
No.
Really?
The overbite's the problem. The overbite's the problem. You need to get if you have a big overbite, you that is a problem.
but Baz, you don't have a big overbite.
Yeah, I do. I can stick my my index finger through the gap of my overbite.
Really?
You definitely need braces then.
I would say remove all your
Thanks,
teeth then.
Aspen.
I would say remove all of your
Yeah,
teeth.
no, I got them. Yeah, I got them tightened yesterday, so that's why they still sore.
5 years. Jess Masker had them for 5 years. Holy
That
moly.
sucks.
Oh my gosh. I had my wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh.
I had my wisdom teeth taken out. That's a freaking nightmare. Okay,
Yeah.
so Golden Wolf and Pink
yeah.
Ninja have managed to somehow avoid the have managed to avoid the braces.
And bag
mean,
of chips will
there was
be
a bit
here
where-
on chat.
Alright,
But
there was a
he's-
time when I like might have got braces, but then I didn't. So yeah, I still haven't got braces.
Actually, overbite you can do.
Well, this is a
like,
Pac
with-
Mom
with-
question.
With overbite, you can do braces. It actually works. It does. It does work well because my friend, she has an overbite. Otherwise, her teeth are nice and straight, but she has an overbite. So
Why are braces so expensive?
I actually don't know.
Pulling Baz's teeth won't help the overbite. Oh, I know, but it just means we don't have to worry about his teeth anymore. I don't have to keep bothering him to brush his teeth. Although you're pretty good at that now, aren't you? I've stopped having to bother you about that. Now I just have to bother him about feeding the gecko. Or watering the gecko.
You haven't told me to do the gecko in like 3 months.
Is it still alive, or is it just like, or was it a handbag now? No, we were saw.
You know, I'm
He's
not
alive.
sure.
He jumps
sure.
around every single day.
He is
can't
so
sleep.
active. I cannot
Because
get over it.
I
Yeah.
like start to fall asleep, and then you hear bam, and then I look over worrying that like something's trying to kill me, but no, it's just a gecko.
As one would. One would generally be concerned something was trying to kill you.
Obviously, who doesn't get worried?
I just look over and get licked in the face. That's what happens to me.
Well, I
Must-
don't know if actually. I don't know about. I'm not. Like, I don't know everything about braces or whatever, but I think you can get them for overbite.
How long does it take to get the braces
Yeah.
put on, Noodles?
Oh, so short. It doesn't take any time at all.
So why are they so expensive then? It's just wire and glue, isn't it?
And
Sort of,
it-
yeah.
But it also costs a lot for them.
Baz,
It
why
costs
don't
a
we
lot
do
to
DIY
take-
braces? We'll talk to Pac-Mom.
Yeah, right, Dad.
We'll do DIY
Yeah.
braces. I got super glue.
You make my teeth worse.
I got super glue.
Okay, how would you
That's
get
a good
the
idea.
braces off?
DIY braces. That sounds bad.
What could go wrong, right, Pink Ninja?
I mean, like you could like permanently ruin them if you like did it wrong.
Yeah.
Get them fixed. This is Pac-Mom would kill me for
That
this
would
discussion.
cost more.
Yeah, it would cost like double the amount. Because it'd be braces and fixing the teeth.
Yeah, but then Baz will be 18. He has to pay for himself then. Then he's on his own, right? The key is just to get him to 18 without me having to pay for his braces. Then I get a really great computer instead.
You can 3D print braces.
You can?
I know that.
Oh, such frex. Is there a link?
I wonder. You know what? I wonder.
Oh, is it titanium? Is that what it is? Is that what they're made of?
Probably.
I guess titanium might be expensive.
You want me to search right now? What are
Sid the Jerk has a question about veneers. I have veneers. They made me put these. So in the film industry, like when you're younger, they do things like, oh, you're doing a movie. We don't like your teeth. We're going to fix them. You're
Yeah.
like, ah.
titanium alloys? Most commonly made of titanium alloys. Oh, those are
Nice.
that's a bad.
Hey, Cal, you've got braces?
You do?
Every time I hear something about Cal, it completely changes my perception of who. It can completely changes my perception of what Cal looks like.
Yeah, whoever Cal is keeps changing.
I don't think. I think she is. I think she might be an alien. I got one in the back of my bottom teeth. It's there for life. Really? What did you? What is that? Did you Did you piss off the dentist, Cal? They just refused to take it out? Is that what it was? Oh, a permanent retainer. I have a mouth guard that I'm supposed to wear at night to stop myself from grinding the teeth, and I've bitten through 2 of them.
Oh,
So
yeah, my dad has that because he had a problem where when he went to bed, he would snore, and sometimes he would actually stop breathing.
oh, he had it's called something. There's a word for that. Sleep apnea.
There's a word for that.
I'm convinced Jane has that because she'll be like,
She'll wake up all of a sudden.
but she'll wake up like this
multiple times.
and you're like, what the hell? What?
Yeah, you'd be peacefully sleeping, and then she'd go, and then you'd be so worried, and then nothing happens.
And then yeah, that's the thing. It's really creepy. You hear it across the house. Yeah. See, I have a tendency to snore. I know that seems impossible because.
Oh really? Huh?
Look, I mean, this
Yeah.
perfect face and everything. You couldn't imagine anything possibly horrible coming out of it. But apparently, I do once in a while snore a little bit.
Snore. I couldn't sleep
What?
yesterday.
Wait a sec.
I couldn't
Cal
sleep.
threw up.
You snored.
What? Wait, what happened?
Cal, wait a sec. You just threw up, Cal, or you threw up while you were getting your things put in the dentist things. The dentist things. My God, I have lost words hard.
Word hard.
Yeah, I am totally chainsawing the forest in the night. It's very true, Australian llama. Okay, there was something else that they brought up on the. I started doing an email about this because I thought it was important for us to figure out what was the cool things that were happening. Oh, this is something that we're talking about with Baz. Baz, do you remember what the deal was with the monitors and the?
Perfect face. My dinner was expelled instantly.
What was that? What did I miss? What did I miss on that? Hang on, he's gonna look at this. You said you have a perfect face, and my dinner was oh my God, Cal! Somebody ban Cal. 16 messages deleted by the moderator. Whoa, Cal is swinging the hammer.
Either that or people are just being bad.
I just went into dad mode.
No, it wasn't Cal. It was Nightbot because someone was posting links without.
Oh, I see. Did someone want to show me a link? Wait a sec. Was it Such Frex? Somebody was trying to show me the DIY braces. I'm curious to see that.
Such Frex. So
Was that Such Frex? Are you gonna allow?
Everyone, remember, you have to ask for permission before posting a link.
Remember.
Oh wait.
Oh, Cal beat you to it.
Well, I wrote permit and then nothing else.
Right.
Missing parameters.
You know, I was watching Barnacles last night, and man, he was like wading through his followers and just throwing people, like just tossing people out because
The bot is going insane.
Lunchtime.
He has aimbot. Haha, get it?
It's aimbotted. No, because he was talking politics, and somebody started calling Democrats fascists. And he was like, no, you can't call Democrats fascists. That's crazy. And then he started, so he had to do a whole bunch of banning and stuff. Such Frex is timed out.
Can you untime out her?
Science. College student has 3D printed his own braces for less than $60. Oh, I'm in. For less than $60. Let's do it. Done. Baz, we're doing it.
What?
I'm going to 3D print you some braces.
No, you're not.
Yep. It'll be amazing.
No, you're not.
And then we'll be DIY. Thanks, Such Frex. Appreciate it much. Speaking of Machinima, you could say that GTARP is a form of that. You have a community of people using the game to tell their own story. What's that? GTARP. What is that?
He said while he printed his own base, there's a reason orthodontists take at least around 10 years of training to become an orthodontist. He doesn't suggest anyone else does this.
Well, I'm saying, why don't you? I say go to the orthodontist, find out what you need, and then just say, okay, just give me the plans, and I'll print them out for you. Because as soon as you put
he made Invisalign.
Yeah, but isn't Invisalign basically what they're using now?
No.
No.
I have actual metal stuff.
I get Invisalign. I have to get mine is gonna be Invisalign.
I don't think so, buddy. I think yours are full on.
Yeah, Baz. I'm pretty sure braces are cheaper.
Then we're definitely doing that. Wait a second. So GTARP, you're saying?
You have to get a new thing every week because it's slowly adjusting, and that just causes a ton of waste.
I could just get a new kid every week. It'd be easier.
I don't want.
So Polite
like
Canuck's
race.
wife is into this GTA RP thing. So role playing in GTA, that's kind of cool. And do they film it? Does she film this stuff, Polite Canuck? Do you really need the polite stuff in front of Canuck? Isn't it just automatically implied? Unless you're McKay. So there's a mod for Grand Theft Auto 5 that enables players to create their own characters and they can earn money doing jobs and such. Oh, that's cool.
I have elastics. So
Here's a crazy idea. Wait a second. What about this? What if you could have a job? What if you could be an actor in a game? Like, okay, imagine getting paid to play Sims as different characters so that they can film scenes. Like, imagine if they did like a soap opera in Sims.
Oh wait.
That
Okay.
that would actually be quite cool to do that.
Wouldn't
Like,
it?
Yeah.
I want to do an Among Us stream where we all play Among Us.
Oh, is that the one where, is that the detective one that Baz was talking
Yeah.
about? Baz, is that the one you're obsessed with right now?
We should do. We should,
Mist. Mist is fun. I've never played it, but I want to.
Which one?
Mist.
we
What?
need to play Among Us. We need to do an Among Us stream.
Among Us is basically a murder mystery game where you have to figure out who's trying to kill everybody, and there's like 3 imposters, and the rest
No,
of people
2.
are. Oh, is there only 2?
Well, there can be
There
3.
can be
2,
3?
1.
Baz has had me watch a whole bunch of
Why
them.
don't we just play Mafia at that point? Like,
Isn't it
Because
any?
this is better than Mafia. Much
Well, this-
better.
I've never played Mafia. Baz has like a Tech
Mafia's,
Bandits
I
tone.
don't like Mafia. I never really liked Mafia.
What?
Because Mafia, if you were an innocent, you had no point to the game.
What do you mean?
You had nothing to do if you were innocent. You'd stand around and listen to the detective or the murderers try to fake. You had no point, which is why I never liked. I just thought that if you weren't lucky enough to be like tapped on the head 3 times,
Hmm.
you would have no point in the game.
Well, this is. I mean,
And Among Us actually makes it so you have like small challenges and it's
Tasks.
there's lots of little tasks, and you
or they
get
can be-
together and chat, right?
yeah. Well,
I
you can
know.
only do that in certain chat.
Hey,
platforms.
Golden Wolf,
Ninja.
Pink Ninja, have you got that yet out there?
yeah, he is talking about Mafia. He's talking about how he doesn't like Mafia.
It's
No,
just a bad
I was
version of
just saying
Among
that I
Us.
have to go now.
Uh-oh, they're going. All right, Pink Ninja, Golden Wolf, do me a favor.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, if you get a second, if you're not back at school, can you have a look at, see if there's any Sims, like role-playing stuff, or are there anyone's doing any filming of that stuff? I'd just be curious to see what people are doing with it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then the other thing
Yeah.
is, check out Among Us. Among Us, is that right?
So,
Yes,
Kyle,
it's called
but-
Among
wait,
Us.
And check out Among Us. I think it might be kind of fun. Maybe we'll do a Tech Bandits Among Us stream
Ooh, that would be
Maybe.
very
I don't know what I'd play it on. But
on a PC.
Cal, on a
I don't think you need much for it. Okay, look, Pink Ninja, Golden Wolf, thank you so much. I'm sorry I was so confused off the top, and it's remained so. But it was really great having you. Thank you.
So,
Lots of love to your folks, and everybody go check out the Book of
Thank you.
Cool, thebookofcool.com. I'm putting it in right now.
I mean, I don't know if it's like properly out yet, but
Doesn't matter. We'll at least let people know about it now so that they
Yeah.
can.
when it's out,
Is
we'll
it
do
the
that.
Book of Cool or is it Book of Cool? Which one is it?
It's just Book of Cool.
Just bookofcool.com? All right,
Yeah.
I'm putting it in
Yeah.
right now. HTTPS. All right.
he said PC in my life.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I'm gonna double
Well,
check.
Bye.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
See you later. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
So yeah, Book of Cool is this amazing thing that their dad is working on. Which it's launching soon, but track this thing because it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Also, Cal, basically what Baz was talking about is there's a game that's sort of similar to Mafia, except he says it's better, and he said he doesn't like Mafia.
Yeah, he's not a fan of Mafia apparently. I've never played Mafia though myself.
Mafia, okay, here's the thing. Mafia, I find, is fun because it's fun to try and figure out, like, okay, so they're acting like this way or this way, and try and figure out who's, like, what.
Mm-hmm. But this is the same thing except it's set in space. And you have little missions you have to
okay.
do?
Not just space. There's a bunch of different maps.
Oh, are there different maps?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
One
know
of the
that.
greatest stories ever.
Oh, I've only seen them. That's so interesting. I've only seen the space one. Baz, have we only been watching the space one?
Okay, what?
Let me
There's
just,
a video game Mafia?
there we go. I'm just gonna put that in. If you
Okay,
want-
we're talking about Mafia. You know the game? Have you ever heard of, like, it's sort of like another similar game is Werewolves?
Oh, really? I like that. Werewolves are always fun.
So Werewolves is basically the same, except so basically how Mafia works is, like, there's one killer, or, like, Mafia, or a werewolf, or whatever.
Hmm.
Well, sometimes you can, depending on how many people you have can have 1, 2, maybe even 3
Hmm.
Mafias. And then the Mafias are, like they kill everyone they kill someone every night. And then there's also, like, a detective that can try and figure out who the Mafia is. Like, they like can actually find out, like, who people are by asking about them, and, like, guardian angel who can try and save people.
Baz, this sounds like our kind of thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, he says he doesn't like it when you're innocent, which means you can't, like, do
You basically
anything. But
can't-
I think the thing about being innocent is if you are playing a good if you're playing, like, a good game, like, it's fun. No matter even if you're innocent or whatever.
What? Sorry, in any game or specifically this game?
I feel like in Mafia, it's still fun if you're innocent.
I'm doing my screenshot for the for my Twitter, so that people know to come and join us. Because I realize I've not actually told anybody. I'm not very good at telling. I'm not very good at my marketing.
Maybe there's more games where the innocents actually do more stuff too.
Well, I think what I think, Baz, if I'm right, stop me if I'm wrong. You like the idea that they get to chat, right? That people get to sort of, like, discuss what could happen. Walk them through the process as you understand it.
You do deductions and accuse everyone of being evil. That's basically the game. It's so much fun.
I'm just gonna tweet this.
Let me search that up. Town of Salem.
Oh, what are you doing with that? Town of Salem. That's the witch trials, isn't it? Isn't that? Just think, if I had the NVIDIA, it would take out the noise of me typing right now, wouldn't it? I think. And then I better put Iron Ham in there. I'm so off today. I just totally, just one of those days that I cannot get my whatever to get my shift together. It really threw me off. And I gotta say, the whole testing thing makes me very nervous. Like, I know it has to be done. I know I'm fine. It just adds this level of weirdness to the whole going back that I don't know. I mean,
you know why you the best. Oh, sorry.
Go no, please go ahead. You guys have to go to school soon, so.
One of the best things games of Mafia I've ever played is with my family on my mom's side.
Oh yeah.
So she has, like, 5 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
So
she's like me.
We had this big get together,
Unfortunate.
and basically we had, like, 15 people playing Mafia. It
right.
was so much fun.
So, and is it the more people you have in there? Does the game slow down, or no? I guess it doesn't, because do you have to each take a turn, or no? It's not turn based. It's
sort of. So basically every night it's like Mafia, head up, who would you like to kill? Mafia, head down. And then, like, detective, head up, who would you like to know about? Detective, head down. Guardian angel, head up, who would you like to save? So yeah.
So you have different roles, and then your job is to just basically, is there a winner? I guess if you kill everybody, you won.
How the game ends is either you kill them off, and also after, like, everyone, after the Mafia is, like, after each round, at the end of each round, you vote someone off.
Right. So it is very similar to this then.
Yeah, so how you win is you either kill the mafia by voting them dead, basically.
What's up, buddy?
Or there's the same amount of people in the game as there is mafia. So like if you had two,
so it's
mafia,
even.
There's two. Yeah.
Right. You can play these games on Tabletop Simulator. Oh, fantastic! So you can actually do them. Oh, that's cool. So you could actually do them online as well. Thursday's Child loves Mafia as well. A lot of people like it. Yeah, the dog. Does anyone know why dogs sneeze? Our dog is sneezing all the time.
She sneezes all the time.
Do you think she has COVID?
No.
Can dogs get COVID? I know cats can.
Oh my god.
You know,
They
cats
can't.
cats can get COVID.
Can they
Cats-
actually?
Yeah,
Cats can get COVID.
cats can get COVID. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it has the same deal. Oh, allergies. Dog sneezes when playing to indicate play. Really? You may want to check that about cats. But what dogs can get COVID? Really?
Dude,
Cal. Cal doesn't type often, but when she does, it's always hilarious.
Probably allergic to inflated egos. Oh, Cal, you're not that bad. Cats and dogs can get hay fever. Really? One dog has died of COVID so far. Really?
no way.
Come
I
on.
was searching that up.
Do we know that?
Really?
But wait a sec. Who would test their dog for COVID if they die anyways? Right? Can someone ban Mineral? Apparently they like Cal.
I like
Cal,
Cal.
yeah.
I like Cal.
Sneezing isn't a symptom. Also, dogs can get COVID, yes. Okay, so that's the general... But we can't get COVID from dogs, correct? I mean, unless, I guess, if you wipe your hand on them.
No, unless we like. No, I don't think that you can get COVID from dogs.
I think pets...
But she has no other symptoms of COVID.
If the owner had COVID, then they can test the dog. We can get COVID from pets. Are we sure about that? If your animal starts acting sick all of a sudden, you would take it to a vet and then they would test it. Well, thank you, Australian Llama. At great cost, I'm sure. It is amazing how much you can spend. Our dog is now on estrogen because that, and it was like a switch, wasn't it, Baz? She was peeing without knowing all the time. All the time. Like it was just, I cleaned up like 5 in one day. Like giant freaking lakes of doggy pee. And I was like, that's it. I'm done. We cannot deal with this anymore. The day she started taking the estrogen. Well, no.
Guys, I have to leave for like a couple of minutes and I'll be right back.
Oh, no worries, bud. Thanks for letting us know. So, and then as soon as she started taking the estrogen, she's like totally fine. So all of a sudden now I can't get rid of her, which sucks. So one cat tested positive, one dog was very unwell, already died of COVID. Wow. All right, come on. Let me Snopes this. We should Snopes it. Make sure it's not fake. I love Snopes.com.
Snopes isn't fake.
How do you know Snopes isn't fake? Well, because they generally show you where they've got their research from. Okay, cats and COVID. No, I don't care about cats. Who cares about cats? I care about dogs and COVID. Dogs and COVID. I mean,
A lot of people care about
it's
cats.
your own fault if you have a cat, I think. Can your pets get COVID? And can you catch it from there? There you go. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, I'm sure James has probably already got an answer for us on this, but... okay. The more precise question is, can my cat or dog become infected with SARS-CoV-2? As we know, that's what it's called, right? So, in Hong Kong, health officials have tested 17 dogs and 8 cats living with COVID-19 patients for the coronavirus. They found evidence of the virus in 2 dogs, a Pomeranian and a German Shepherd, though neither became sick. None of the 8 cats were infected or had been sick. Damn it. Again, the superiority of cats. However, there is a separate report of an infected cat from Hong Kong.
I mean, Lord Chunky?
Lord Chunky!
He's Jack. I'm not heard of Jack.
Lord Chunky, how are you, sir?
Good.
We have had...
Oh, Frankie, didn't you say you were getting braces?
I
Not
have
bad.
braces. I got them like a week or 2 ago.
You got them... So how are you finding them? We were just talking about them. Apparently you can 3D print your own.
You can 3D print your own braces?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
don't,
If they're made
I'm
of
saying
metal.
don't-
well, they'd be like
It would
Invisalign.
be really bad, but...
It'd be like
Don't-
Invisalign
yeah.
instead. I'd rather have Invisalign anyways, wouldn't I? Wouldn't you? I feel like...
Really?
Don't-
But- Okay, but David, do you like to snack a lot or no?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I never snack. I'm
It's like-
very fit and eat only good foods. Yeah, I snack all the time.
If you ever want to like eat a snack, you have to take it off and then eat, and then you have to properly clean your teeth again, and then you can put the Invisalign back on.
Okay, that kind of
Like,
sucks.
you
So I need a
have to
little
eat
robot.
every time before you put it back on.
I need a toothbrushing
first
robot
one
that I
like
could
that.
stick in my mouth and that would just go clean my teeth, pop it out, pop back in the Invisalign. I gotta say, one of my most hated jobs. I freaking hate brushing my teeth. I do it like an insane amount, but
You do it in vain.
I hate it. I always hate it. I have a link to a dog who died of COVID. May I post? Yes, Thursday's Child.
You have to be admitted.
Oh, but is Baz, you can do that? Or am I doing it? Or is Cal going to beat us
He
to it
does it in
anyways?
spite. Sorry.
See,
Yeah.
Cal, once again. Now, okay, now just to be very clear, these are links. This is not science. This is social media right now. So we'd have to, obviously, the best thing to do is get a few sources on this stuff. Never trust, what you get sent. Okay, Lord Chunky.
Yes.
Lord Chunky.
The new Ampere graphics.
I was gonna say Nvidia. What do you
Yeah.
think? It's not even just the
They're
GPU.
amazing.
Yeah, I know. They're absolutely amazing.
But it's all the apps that they're doing as well. The Machinima
I
apps.
feel so bad for Glenn who just bought a computer.
Same.
Like,
Well, but-
I waited a
I
few
was
months.
thinking
He
about
could have bought something like
You could have bought
better
someone
than mine for half the price.
Do you
Yeah,
think
I
the
was like,
prices are gonna drop?
Oh, the poor dude.
I
Oh.
was
Well,
like,
but it
well,
always.
actually, it's probably gonna be like a few more months, but worthwhile to wait a few more months for them to release the lower tier stuff.
But that always happens. You can never time that.
True.
Well, I mean, you
got
can try to time
I got like my new phone. Like I think it was 3 days before they released the iPhone 11. I was like, no.
Oh, you have to get an XR. Oof.
Yeah.
But does that mean I can buy a 2080 Ti now?
No. Why?
Because I
You want to
don't.
spend twice as much money to get something crappy? What?
Yeah, I wanna.
Like,
10.
why do you think that just because something like that it doesn't mean that it's better? I don't
No,
know.
they've got bigger numbers though, Lord Chunky. So there's got to be better.
Well, no. But like the thing is, the 2080 Ti,
Wait a sec, the
just because that
3070
like
is
the
faster
new
than
better
the.
things come out,
Hmm.
they're not going to cut the price. They just cut production, and then they slowly increase in price, if
Right.
anything. Or they have a subtle dip in the first little bit. So
Well,
maybe you'll be able to get one for a bit cheaper.
So they're saying the 3070 is faster than the 2080 Ti, and it's $500.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
$500 US.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. So, but potentially,
But a 2080 Ti is $1,200 US. I doubt they're going to cut the price by like more than half.
well, maybe if no one's buying them, right?
No one's buying them.
You don't think?
Probably
Well,
just-
so Polite Canuck doesn't think the
They
prices are
stopped
going to drop.
production a while ago.
They
And
raised.
it's not worth getting it then. You can still get the 3080 for however much they would cut it for.
Yeah, the biggest problem with graphics cards, honestly, is Bitcoin mining, because of the
There's no
prices
Bitcoin
just went
mining right now.
crazy because of that stuff.
Yeah, there's no Bitcoin mining currently.
So,
Not nearly as much.
Barnacules was talking about a new thing, which is called Library, or something. It's
what's up, Alma?
It's a streaming service.
I have a phone.
Oh, what was that, Noodles?
Yes, I do have a phone.
Exactly.
He has a phone.
So.
Yeah, he shouldn't have a phone, but he does have. Chunky, you've got a phone too, right?
Yeah, I got a phone.
You got it. I mean, you kind of. I mean,
Got a nice phone.
what's your deal, Noodles?
I
Are
also
you?
have a really good phone. I'm not saying that my phone isn't good. It's an amazing phone. I'm just laughing at how I
Yeah.
was getting like a free phone with my plan, and if I waited like 2 more days, I could have gotten a
And the
much
thing
better
is, the iPhone 11 is also cheaper, along with being better, which is
The iPhone 11 is?
It's better? I mean,
Yeah, the
cheaper?
iPhone 11 is
I mean,
better.
cheaper.
Because I'm allowed to get a new
yeah,
one now.
$50 cheaper.
I'm allowed to get a new one now, like renew with a new phone. So I figured I'd do that. Oh, Xenos
You
is
should
out of
have.
here. All right, good luck with the doctor's appointment, Xenos. Thanks for coming by. Did you get?
Hey, would you get S20 Ultra 5G? That's going on the market right now.
Oh, that's interesting. So Sid the Jerk's son has a phone, but it's not on. It only works on Wi-Fi. That's actually kind of smart.
Huh.
It's more for just like when they can go out.
But then what's the point of having a phone?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
get that.
kinda-
It makes
it's
no
like a
sense.
Well, then you
fucking
can
iPad
game.
then.
Just get an iPad. Cheaper.
Exactly. Why
Yeah,
do you need
that's
a
true.
phone? That's the entire
Because
point.
phones are able to
Because at least with the
communicate
phones
with people much easier. You're able to transport them
Exactly.
everywhere.
Well,
There's
and
so
if you
much-
do want to turn on the
I just
phone,
get a sim-
listen, I just want a phone that just calls, and that's it. I have my iPad. I can use that.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't need an expensive
Well,
phone.
once you get a nice.
Not ask for expensive things without cringing inside and being like, you know what? Never
Oh.
mind. It's fine. I can just live in a rock.
Can't ask for something cheap if there's something more expensive that can be asked.
Well, the
for.
thing.
Yes.
I
Same.
think
my one
Jack,
struggle
you
in
and
life.
me same. Well, I know that as well, but like.
What's this?
You and me same, Jack.
What was that? I missed
I
that.
just can't ask for something
No, we
cheap,
can't
knowing
ask
there's
for
something more
something
expensive.
cheap if we could maybe get something more expensive.
I am terrible about that. I tend to want the best. I don't like knowing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like knowing that someone has a faster phone or a faster computer.
Yeah.
I never like knowing someone has better stuff than
See,
me.
I guess you're gonna get the $1,500 3090 then.
It's tempting. It really is tempting. But I
$1,500 US. Is it tempting after you?
man, that's like you could buy a whole PC just for that. No, I don't think I need that right now. I mean, I think I might.
Dad, you don't need that ever.
$2,000 just for the graphics.
What about for
insane
Machinima?
amount of money.
What about for creating Machinima? Did you see
Well,
that
I
part
guess
of
it'd
the
be 3080? It would be too.
Chunky? Did you see that part where they're talking about they've got like all these new apps,
yeah.
including one that does Machinima?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually.
I thought that looked amazing. I got really excited about it. But we had Pink Ninja and Wolfsbane. What did she call herself? Golden Wolf on, and they were saying, and I was saying like you got to check out, like go and see what's happening with Sims and see if Sims is doing any kind of stuff, because I love the idea of being able to make movies without actually having to deal with all the making of movies, because I just spent the morning.
Like the humans and stuff.
Yeah, all the annoying humans and actors and stupid things like that.
Yeah.
I had to go in today, Chunky, and get, for the second time this week, have someone shove things up my nose so that they can tell their lawyers that they're not going to get sued because they've tested me. Even though the moment I leave that room, as I'm leaving the room and I put my hand on the door to go out of the trailer, it's possible I may have picked up COVID there.
You could have just used your elbow, David. Sounds like your problem.
I would have fallen.
Yeah.
Well, and also I'm covered in what is it called?
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah, hand sanitizer. Yeah, exactly. I'm plus 70% alcohol at this point.
I am hand sanitizer man.
Pixel 2 XL, love it, but the camera sucks. Yeah, the iPhone is so easy, but I've got to say one of my favorite cameras was on the Samsung. Was on the Samsung Edge. I loved the camera on that. But
We're back.
hey, he's back.
Maybe you should get the Google Pixel 5 then if you want a good camera.
But does it have a good camera?
Yeah.
I think so. Someone just figured out who you were, David.
Somebody just figured out who I am?
Yeah.
I'm
Random dude.
I'm Tech Bandits, a random dude. I love that. Someone says, wait a second, what the Howard Hughes? It's not Howard Hughes, it's Hewlett. That's right. It's Howard Hewlett.
Howard Hughes, it's David.
Well, anybody who doesn't know who I am, obviously,
David,
I'm Iron Ham's dad.
Well,
Yeah, let's go. You
And if you don't know who
officially
Iron Ham is,
Iron
he's
Ham's
Lord
dad.
Chunky's friend.
What?
That's right, I'm a
yeah.
friend of Lord Chunky's.
I'm Iron Ham's dad. That's Lord Chunky's friend. That's friends.
I said Lord Chunky.
Yes, right, I'm Howard, the bully from Edison Twins.
From it.
Season 1. Wait a sec. Who was it? Who didn't know, Cal? Who was it who didn't know? I missed the it's scrolling by too fast. I can't keep track.
It's sort of, it's sort of funny. When I first knew, first of all, I didn't even know that you were like an actor, and then
I didn't know what
knew-
Stargate was for the longest time.
I didn't know when I first came when I first came to the stream and everyone was making Stargate references, I'm like, is this like a video game you guys play or something?
Yes, it's a video game.
I wish it
Not
was a video game.
game.
It would be great if it was a video game. They've tried so many times to make a Stargate video
They
game.
should make Stargate into a video game.
It's insane that they haven't. I mean, look, they have the RPG game now, which is really fun. Wait a sec. So
Can
who
you say your name?
who did I miss? Who was?
Is that really you? Someone is asking if it's really you.
No.
Are you David?
It's not. It's not me at all.
It's not
No,
David.
it's not.
No.
It's not that at
I'm,
all. I mean,
I'm-
it's not David. It's
I'm
Iron
Rodney
Man
McKay's
TV's
father.
Dad, actually.
I'm Rodney McKay's father. That's how long it's been. It's been so long.
Oh my God, Juju Leyu! Thank you so much for the raid with 115 people.
What the heck?
Holy.
Guys,
Holy moly!
hello.
Julianne Lau, thank you very much. Welcome, Raiders. What are you?
Juju fam raid.
You're
thank
so
you.
cute.
Hey, guys.
Juju fam raid, Julian says. Oh, that's fantastic. With lots of emotes, too. Uh-oh.
Oh yes, lots of them.
We are fans. Well, hopefully you're fans of science and technology,
Stargate
too.
is so awesome. Oh hey guys. Wow, that's a lot of. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's a
emotes.
lot. That's a lot of.
Well, so welcome, Raiders. I should let you know, Raiders, this is
This is Tech Bandits.
Yeah, Baz, you want to explain?
No, you do it.
It's basically, so I do a thing called Tech Bandits, which is basically where we're trying to inspire the next generation of brilliant minds.
I am a huge fan of Stargate Atlantis.
There's, yeah, so basically what I try to do is we sort of try to talk about science, technology, engineering, arts, and math stuff here. I tend to talk with the kids, the bandits. I tend to stay, you know, I'm not, I sort of stay aware of the chat stream, but I'm not always able to answer everything. But mainly I'm focusing on talking to the kids today. Normally I would do a Tuesday stream. And
Dad, you got a friend.
For chatting.
A fan.
Somebody cried? No. You can't cry. There's no crying around here. There's only happiness around here.
I said friend. Who said cried?
No, I just saw it in the thing. Oh my gosh, Julian Lau is just going crazy with the gifts.
Wow,
with the gift subs.
wow. Thank you. You rate us. That's enough. But the subs, thank you so much.
Aloysius, so wait a sec. So Julian Lau just had a meltdown on stream?
I need it.
Somebody clip it. Somebody get a clip.
Yeah, clip it and then send it to us.
I'll tell you, my son had a very good meltdown on stream too. I've got to say, when
Yes,
Barnacles rated with like 100 and something.
I need to find your stream. This is so interesting. Okay, there.
Oh no! Wait a sec. We ended the stream for the raid. I'm so sorry. Oh no! We've ruined everyone else's stream.
Wait, I'm so sorry, guys.
What were you talking about? What were you doing over on the stream? Maybe it's something we could talk about with Tech Bandits. What were you guys doing?
If you have an interesting topic, yes, please tell us.
Yes. What are you up to? Oh no! Cal's laughing at me because apparently Huzzah's going to start sneezing at my ego. Julian Lau. Well, look, I'll tell you. You can thank Sebastian. You can thank Ironham for that, who's in our Discord chat. He's my son, and he's the one who got me. He's the one who got me streaming, and now I actually do it on not on my own, but I do it for my own pleasure as well, because I enjoy this. And of course, doing the Tech Bandits live is great because we get to sort of pull in all of the nerds who know nerds about things, and
funny. There's this whole thing about Stargate. I'm just sort of here at this point.
Yeah, we're all just like Stargate.
That's too funny. Yeah, you don't get a lot of Stargates, right? Not a lot of active Stargates around here. Although I can give you the Stargate squirrel cam. Wait a sec. Can I do this? Let's see if I can do this. Is it 3? Nope, not that one. Let's try this one.
Any references?
There you go. There's our Stargate squirrel cam, just for you if you're reminiscing about Stargate.
Oh no, that's not Stargate. Okay.
So that's our Stargate squirrel cam, which normally would be up in the corner of our screen, but I'm trying to use this new ATM mini thing, and I haven't figured out how to do everything properly yet.
Thank you for joining us, by the way. Yeah, it is the Stargate. It's the Stargate squirrel cam.
It's the Stargate squirrel cam.
Yeah.
That's why, to somehow show just how completely distracted these streams normally are, and also, you know, for us to be able to admire.
And we see all your camera settings.
Yeah, it's great.
I know it sucks. I haven't quite figured out how to do the.
One of those, like you're on a survival island or something. You're like.
It does this one.
5, 4,
This is
5,
the
7.
log 511. I've been stuck on this island for 3 days.
Oh, that's weird. Look at it. It's sort of in the background there. That's interesting.
If you want to see the squirrels, it's in the window.
Yeah, I'm afraid I can't figure that out right now. There's a way of doing it, but I don't have the right monitors up, so I can't get rid of it. But yes, you see all my wonderful camera settings right now, and I apologize. It's you know. Yeah, the squirrel. We've been a little low on squirrels. I have seen a few rodents come by with, large pieces of pizza and things, but other than that,
She's still crying a little bit. I don't like when people cry.
So Julian Lau, do we see what Julian Lau was? What were you streaming when you?
I'm gonna check out her channel.
Actually, that's really. I'm curious. Also, thank you so much for rating. Thank you for gifting the subs. You are amazing.
Hey Baz, shall we?
I'm just a random person that happens to.
You're not random. You're Noodle the raccoon. What are you talking about?
Noodle the
Last week she pulled apart a PC. This week she was supposed to build it again, but I bailed on her because I had to go to Disney.
Okay, so just chatting, and I've seen The Sims. That's what I'm seeing.
Are you doing The Sims, Julie? Really? We were talking about The Sims.
I have to.
What sort of games do you like play? We were discussing The Sims with our friends in London who have now left us, the ladies from London. But we were talking about Machinima and making films with video games and how cool it would be to do that. Well, so Julie will have to join us on a stream. You have to join us in the
You do.
You have to join us in the Discord next time. What? I just got a pet unicorn? What? Oh, is that the clip? I'll have to look at the clip. Can I do that without causing chaos on my own stream? Here we go. I'm looking at it. But first I'll get an ad, I'm sure. Hey Baz, can you subscribe?
You just got a new pet unicorn? What?
Baz, can you subscribe for me?
Yes, I shall.
That would be awesome. Thank you. Very good. So Sebastian is my son, Baz, Iron Hand.
Hello, I'm Iron Hand.
We've got Commander
I do gaming
Cosmo.
with my friends usually and stuff like that.
We got Commander Cosmo here. We've got, of course, Iron Hand. We've got Lord Chunky, who is Lord and Master of all PC knowledge. He is the guy. He's the man you want to talk to if you're talking to people about building PCs or any of that stuff. We were talking about the NVIDIA announcement. We haven't even got to the GPU yet. There's so many announcements about the apps and everything. We haven't even talked about the GPU, so we'll have to talk about that right. So we got Lord Chunky here. We got Noodle the Raccoon, who is in the process of building a PC. We're going to order some parts and get a PC sorted out. And then Tech Bandit is me, but it's not really my. Don't bother with that channel. That's just me.
Oh.
This is the channel we use. So, Iron Ham related to Steel Bacon. I should be Steel Bacon to your Iron Ham.
That it is September.
What does that mean?
Oh wow! Thank you so much for the gifted sub.
Oh, someone gifted a sub already? Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Aloyzus, thank you very much. I was actually I just said Baz should do. I was just gonna get Baz to do it for me because, kids, they're so much faster. You're death. I am death. What have I done now? I met Iron Ham when Baz was 1 year old. Wow, really? Such freaks. Were you Point Roberts based at the time? Lord Chunky, what are you doing? Like mixing cement?
Yeah, probably.
Eating cereal very fast.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh my god! So it is kind of like mixing
I'm gonna
cement.
mute my mic now.
I wonder if the NVIDIA voice cancellation thing, the sound cancellation, would be able to deal with that. I've got to figure out that because it would be neat to. I can't do it on this one because it's on the Mac. But eventually, with the RTX, it'd be nice to be able to have that thing follow you and be able to sort of like go zoom in. Holy moly!
Sorry, I just laughed thinking that.
Wow, that's kind of neat. Actually, you can go. Oh, that allows me to adjust my focus. I see. Is that the point? There we go.
Dad, that's amazing. Great.
There you go.
That's definitely what everyone just wants to see.
Isn't it? That was for Cal. I knew Cal would respond pretty quickly to that. Too much for Cal. It's just, I know it is. That is a lot. That's a whole lot of Hewlett right there.
Oh my god, Jasmine!
There we go. Oh, shoot! Stop. Sorry, it's got the sound on. Is it okay? Can I listen to this without? Is this going to drive everyone crazy if I do this? If I watch this? I just want to watch the clip. So here you are online doing your stream in your unicorn. I want that unicorn outfit. That is so funny. I want that. Is that like pajamas or is it a hoodie? I want that hoodie. And pink headphones, pink hair.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
That's too funny. That's great. Well, obviously, I've got to up my costuming game because I have no ninja out. I have no uniform. No unicorn uniforms.
You need a raccoon suit.
I need a raccoon suit. Oh my god! Wait a sec. We've got the.
Dad, that was not the best image of you when you first gone.
How about this? Is that better? There we go. Is that?
I realized.
No, I'm just joking. Oh, because I'm watching.
I can't believe you're sitting. It's so weird.
I've been muted this entire time.
How's that?
I'm watching Julin Yu.
This is Jack Jasper's creation.
I want that. I need that.
Isn't it great? I'll give you one tomorrow. If you can build that PC, I'll give you one tomorrow.
Also,
You can build it. Better not fail.
I missed something. Where's the clip? What happened?
Oh, sorry.
Haha, you will never know.
There's a
Forbidden clip.
There's
It'll
a
never be
link.
shown again.
There's a link a little above there that is a clip of Julie. I'll just say Julie. It's easier. Julie Lin Lau actually finding out that we were streaming and then sort of joining. And I was marveling at how I feel like I got to do more with my hair. I got to up my game now.
Unicorn?
Yes, full on.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not subbed, so I can't.
You got to sub. There you go. Hang on. All right, I got to take this mask off. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in it all day. Although it almost looks like it almost looks like it could move. What's that? I'm not supposed to do that, but it just looks so happy. I feel like nobody could be mad at you if you're wearing this mask. You know what I mean? Or they would creep people out, maybe. I don't know.
I love that.
What's that? I ordered a bandana. That's smart. Because there's no mask. Oh my god, I know. The mask, that for some reason they can't get the, what is it? Oh, here come my hearing aids. There they go. I took my hearing aids out at the same time. I got headphones on, whatever. So, yes, McKay is older now. He's a bit older than he was back on the show.
Yeah, wait.
Less caps, please. Oh, look out. Cal is bearing down with the hammer. Someone should wear that to the beach.
Okay, that's so happy.
Polynomial, that's a really good point. I don't know how you buy these because I got them specially made from Vistaprint here.
You definitely look
But you know what? Was there not a link to boy, he kept changing his name. They had a bunch of them from the States, I think. But I love caps. Dash Need says they like caps.
In all these pictures, where it's
It looks so weird seeing the camera settings.
So serious.
I know it is. I wish I could get rid of them. There's a way of doing it. I just don't know.
No card.
I just
You
don't
can
know.
totally just crop them out too.
Well, this is it. But in order to do that, I have to do that through. It's so complicated. So I've got. Let me see if I've got. Is it this one? This one? Nope. This one? Nope. This one. Obviously, I haven't figured it out. So I've got this little camera here. I've got this little system right here, right? This ATEM mini thing. But I've had to run it through the computer anyways using OBS because I cannot get this to connect to the network and stream. It just will not do it. And I don't know whether it's a Mac issue or whether it's a networking issue or what the deal is, or a cable management issue. But it's really neat. Like, so watch this. So I go to here and I want to change something. I just go, okay, let's go back to camera 1 and then I will transition to that. Isn't that neat? And then you can also have a mode like this. I wonder if this will actually work for. I wonder if you'll be able to see this or not. Does this work? There. Oh, look at that. So that's basically the dashboard that I'm dealing with. Isn't that kind of neat?
Get it wrong. Okay.
So, but then of course trying to figure out how to actually make it do what I want it to do is an interesting thing. In fact, I may screw things up by doing this right now, but there's a way of pulling up the software and then I can actually, in a second, if I can do this keying,
Everything's super blurry.
Everything's super blurry?
Yeah, for me.
That's probably just it's buffering. That's all probably. All right, well, if I do this and then I fade it in. Nope, that's not going to work. It's something like this. Oh, I've got to get it right. It's that.
Look at all those cables. Where do they all go?
Oh, don't even start. Oh my God, don't even start. It's like, yeah, for some reason I can't. I think I may have got the wrong. I may have set this up wrong. There, hey, look at that. That's better, isn't it? That's more like it. Then I can go back. Oop, not to that. Ooh, yikes. What did I press? I pressed something. Let's go back to that. Ah, there you go. That's better, isn't it? Then you don't have to deal with all the camera stuff. And it looks much more official, doesn't it? Hades, that's where the cables go. No, this is, I swear to God, I'm not leaving the cables like this. I just have to, I'm working on it.
You need just a new everything. Because you can all set it up with like as few cables as possible.
It's driving me crazy because I'm trying to use this old Mac, which is just on its last legs. I've got the laptop. I'm thinking maybe I'll set the old PC laptop up to do it.
I think you should just set up the new computer that you're gonna buy. I think that's the way to go.
No, but I have to do that. I have to buy it. And also, it looks like Jane's movie's not going right now. She's had to push it until next year. So it's just I gotta be sort of like, I think,
sneaky about it.
I gotta be really sneaky about it. I gotta be able to do it through PayPal so that she doesn't, although I was very honorable and transferred all of our money into our savings so that she can keep track of what I'm spending on Tech Bandits and not. So she might be sobbing in tears because her dream came true. What? Sorry. So Julie, you were you watched Stargate obviously when you were. I can't believe you can get younger, but when you were younger with your parents or anything, or what were you? What is your background with?
I think I need to watch Stargate at some point.
Well, we're doing these live streams. You can just come and join us on the live stream, and then
we're doing Stargate viewing parties, but you need Stargate to do the viewing party.
Yeah, because I can't actually stream the show as well, otherwise I'd go to jail. And I also haven't been able to do it the last couple of Sundays because with the last Sunday.
Why would you go to jail? You're literally in Stargate.
Yeah, but you don't own it.
Because he doesn't own Stargate.
And I don't own the McKay character either. Like I couldn't dress up as McKay and do like a McKay.
You couldn't dress
stream.
up as yourself? It's ridiculous.
I couldn't dress up as McKay and do a stream as McKay. Otherwise, I could potentially be nailed for copyright. But the reality is, I'm basically without the brilliance. I'm the same guy. So it's kind of cheating. Doiki Baka. I would like to be doing another one this weekend, but guess what? I gotta freaking work. Because they can only.
She would watch Stargate with her sister when she was younger.
Oh, fantastic! You could actually agree on watching a show together. I can't even get my son and my wife to agree on a show.
I was going to say you can't cosplay as McKay.
You can.
I don't. Well, I think you could cosplay as a different thing, but if you're getting paid to go in as a character, technically, and MGM are very litigious.
Cosplayers, no, that can't be right.
I can dress up as.
You should be able to. You're able to cosplay as whoever you want.
I can cosplay whoever I want, but the reality is, if you start creating content as that character, you've stolen someone else's idea. Because McKay is a part that I auditioned and I got.
But then what's Halloween?
Halloween is another movie series that you could get in trouble for ripping off.
Halloween.
No, that's different. No, but dressing up is different. I'm talking about like if you start creating content like this and people are subscribed to it, I'm basically ripping off MGM.
No, there's YouTubers that make cosplay videos, and that's their whole channel.
Yeah, but again, it's not that's their interpretation of the characters. It's not me as the character playing the character that I played because I was getting paid to do that, and they own the rights to that character.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean.
I agree with your misunderstanding because I find it very frustrating myself. The reality is I could not go off and do a Stargate show on my own. I could not go and recreate Stargate. I would get in trouble.
The problem is, David, you look too much like McKay.
I look too much.
Well, David, the problem is you don't own Stargate.
Exactly.
You just need to buy Stargate. Simple enough, right?
Well, you know what's funny is Joe Flanagan, who's the lead of the show, actually looked into getting together a bunch of millionaires and buying Stargate so that they could then recreate the show. But the reality is, it's very hard to do that because shows...
Yeah, we should do that. Let's recreate Stargate.
Well, I thought we should recreate it. I want to get all of the action figures, scan them, and then use them and do like stop motion with them. and just
Why stop motion? We can use them as 3D models in your Machinima.
That's kind of what I meant. Sorry, yeah, I'm using old school. I'm using my dinosaur terms. But yes.
Yeah, you just have to find a millionaire with that's a fan of Stargate.
No, I'm thinking billionaire.
Maybe a billionaire. Yeah, you know what you need? You need Elon Musk. No, you know what you need? You need Jeff Bezos to pick up the series again. That would be the best thing that could happen, is if Amazon got it, because he wants to do it, that would be like the best thing in the world. But again, if they're going to do it again, they're not going to do it with old McKay, unless old McKay shows up and causes trouble once in a while.
Thanks for the 5 months up, Dirk.
Yeah, thank you.
5 months. Now I think of it. 5 months? That means someone subbed at the beginning of quarantine.
Really? We were already started
Not even a month into quarantine.
Okay, we've been horribly sidetracked by the wonderful raid and all this wonderful stuff, but I want to talk to Lord Chunky about Game Bandit stuff. This NVIDIA, the new GPU. So it's not just a new hardware. It's a new. There's 2 new levels that speed up the whole chip, right? Is that right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's apparently they've not only updated the chip, they've updated the way the chip interacts with games and everything. Like they've got a couple of different levels to it. Let's see if I can find.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of neat. Let me see if I can find it.
Because I know that they totally changed the architecture for the CUDA core.
Right.
That's why it seems like there's like twice as many of them. But
Right.
it doesn't yield twice as much performance because they're designed differently now.
Right.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right,
All right.
Commander Cosmo, thanks for joining us.
Bye.
But the crazy thing is how much power they draw.
Isn't it like 350 watts or something?
For some of the higher ones, yeah.
Isn't that insane? So that's basically.
Yeah.
So you need like a 1200 watt power supply now if you're
No,
buying
you
one.
need a 800 or more.
Really? I've got an 850. That would do me. So
Yeah,
sorry.
that'd
So
be-
I guess the point being is that with the RTXs, you've got the hardware. You've got the hardware level, all the new chip that they've designed. Then you've got this, the new engine that they've got that runs the chip.
Yeah.
And then they've got the new algorithms that apparently are even better at figuring out how to speed things up. So I wonder if I can.
Okay.
Can I show you this? Would this be if I go to here? I wonder if I can do this. If I put that over there, and then I go to one of my other cameras. Is it 2? Did we decide it was 2? Ah, oh, damn it! No, not that. I never get this right. Is it this one? Nope. Huh. What have I done wrong? No, it doesn't seem to want to let me do anything. That would that work? Nope. Oh no, I totally.
Also, when you clip something, what does it clip? Like,
what does it click?
clip.
When you clip
Like
something,
when you
what
clip
does
something.
it? What do you mean by clip?
Clips the thing. But
Like on Twitch. I think you're talking about Twitch.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about Twitch. I mean, like, I'm just curious, like.
So
how,
you can
like,
choose a little section of the video to sort of like to share. So instead of trying to share the entire 50-hour stream or whatever it is, you can just share
Yeah, you
that
get to
bit.
share them like one small part of it.
Or I'm not going to try to. Hey, 3D Print Viking, hello. It's 3 a.m. for such frex. What are you doing? Go to bed, for God's sake. What are you, Cal? Cal, what time is it for you? It's got to be insanely.
Yeah, Cal, when's the last time you went to bed? When's the last time you slept? Cal.
Okay, wait a sec. So, all right. So, Chunky, you think we should hold off on buying GPUs until the new ones come out?
they just buy them right now. What's the wait?
Such frex. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Have a good day. Lemons.
Australian Loma, go to bed.
Canadian
Australian.
Geek says
No,
lemons
it's
for Iron
Australian.
Ham.
I can't say Australian without saying Austrian. It's my curse.
Austrian?
Yeah, well, don't, because they're very different places. I saw an amazing movie. It was absolutely grim. I mean, a true horror in a human sense, called The Nightingale, which was shot out in Australia by the woman who did The Babadook, which is another amazing horror movie. This one, The Nightingale,
yeah.
is definitely not suitable for the young
Anyone
or
here?
the faint at heart. There is some, there's some.
Anyone here?
Yeah, there's some horrendous treatment of women and some violence, and yeah, it's basically.
Some.
Did you watch it, Baz?
Well, I started to watch it. I didn't like it, so I stopped.
Right. Well, he got out of there
Like this
before.
and you got freaked out?
No, he
No,
he
not
left
that I got
before.
freaked out. I got freaked out before, but I could tell what was gonna happen, and it was just gross.
Yeah, there was a rape basically, and it was
There was multiple, and I saw them coming.
it was, well, you were supposed to. That was the horror of it. Was this? It was extraordinary. It was very, very uncomfortable. It was a true horror movie.
It was horror. It was horrifying.
And it was about basically the colonial British in Australia and the original. There was some the original. There were convicts that are basically being dumped there and made to work by the British. And then it was their treatment of the convicts. It was also their treatment of the Aboriginal people who were there, and also the convicts' treatment of the Aboriginal, and vice versa. It was a really interesting dynamic about how, what everybody thought about everybody else. Like the British hated the Irish looked down on, the British looked down on the Irish looked down on the Aboriginal, the British looked down on everybody. It's an amazing movie, but it is really tough, really, really tough. All right, I'm going to go to sleep.
Dad, clip. Juju cries tears of joy.
I have a question. Do you like him in real life?
Do I like what?
Like how you are besides your character?
Oh yeah, I'm not nearly as much fun as my character. I'm much grumpier than my character. Julianne Lau. Okay, Julie, I got a question for you. Since we're doing this Game Bandit stuff, what is your favorite game right now? What are you playing?
Well, she streams Sims 4, so I guess.
So Julie
streamed it, yeah.
So should I try doing some Sims? Is that something I should try out?
I don't know if you'd like it. I'd play it with you. Definitely.
It's Julin. Julin, is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, is that how you?
Oh, is it Julin? Is that how do you say it? Julin. Thank you very much, Ruby K. Julin, fantastic.
Who likes my dad? Like, honestly.
Julin, I love it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't like him at
all.
Right?
And Julin, where are you based? Where are you streaming from?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, Techniques has got a teleconference. Better not be late. It's so hard. Singapore. Oh my God. Okay, Julin, that is a place.
I love Singapore.
My dad just visited, well, not just, but a couple of years ago, visited there.
Singapore's vibe better than Canada? Is that?
I would say it's a different vibe, but Singapore is like one of the most modern. Like it's just been completely redone, hasn't it, Julie? Julin. It has those amazing sort of technology trees and things.
The Sims, you burnt your house down.
What was that?
Oh, Dad would definitely burn it down.
Just Masker.
Oh, that's too funny. He totally would too. 5 minutes padding of what?
I feel like you would too, honestly.
Oh, really? So you're all from Singapore? Oh, I gotta get out to Singapore.
Wow.
We gotta get out there as soon as this world sorts itself out.
Singapore. Oh my God.
It's the cleanest country I have ever seen. Really? Cleaner than Toronto? I mean, I gotta say, Canada is like ridiculously clean. Yeah, most of my viewers are from Singapore, and somehow they all also watch Stargate Atlantis. Oh, fantastic. I was surprised because I thought I was the only one who watched it. You thought you were alone. I'm always surprised who watches the show. It's never who I think it's gonna be. So, well, sometimes it's who I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't even. Like I said, I should probably watch this show.
Oh, Melbourne! Oh, Melbourne's fantastic. Tabongas.
You should definitely come to Singapore.
Julian's saying you should go to Singapore.
I have been to the Vancouver East Side, Ruby K. I remember driving through Hastings, as they used to call it, early in the morning to get to set on Stargate, and it was like a zombie film. There were just people staggering around in the street. It was just wow. It was horrendous. Which is too bad. It's a beautiful, Vancouver's a beautiful city. No, Vancouver's not a beautiful city. Vancouver's surrounded by beauty. Vancouver itself, I feel like it's almost inconsequential because you're not there for the city. You're there for the scenery, basically. We used to live in Point Roberts. There was an article recently about it, which I will share with you because I think you'll get a kick out of it. This is where we used to live. Many moons ago, this was our home. My God, the internet is so freaking slow.
I lived in Canada, and guess where I live now? Canada. Guess what? Guess what? I've lived in the same house for 12 years. So yeah.
Really? You've been living in the same house for 12 years now?
Yeah.
Baz, how long have you been living here? Okay, this is the link to where we used to live, and where I sometimes I really miss it. I gotta say. So it's a New York Times article, so I don't know if you actually have to pay for it or whatever. But it was this amazing little part of the world where it's basically a geopolitical anomaly. It's a border. You can't get to it any other way than through BC, even though it's in America. It's Washington State. You have to be airlifted out if you have any medical issues. There are no doctors. There's only a medical nurse practitioner. It's an extraordinary place, but it drove us crazy. Okay, where are we going? I'm trying to keep track of everything here. Boy, the stream just goes by so fast. Don't go to sleep.
Everyone, if your time.
So it's 1 a.m. in Singapore right now? Oh my gosh.
Please.
Okay, so we'll have to do an earlier stream for you. But Julie, let's I don't know, let's either stream Sims together or do or maybe I don't know, maybe come join me on a whatever, one of the episodes of Stargate. We're doing like so basically for my Patreons and for subscribers and stuff, I like to sort of try to give back by doing, these Stargate streams where we basically watch the show together without actually watching. Was that Noodles?
I have to subscribe to watch these streams.
No. I mean, it's just a thank. Really, it's just to say thank you to everybody for supporting us in this stuff.
I totally would. But,
So the idea is, we would just do like Baz has never watched these, so we watch them together. It's always kind of fun to get Baz's perspective on the show, and Cal, have Cal, basically mock and deride me the entire time. And you get a little.
I'll come to the streams just to watch Cal mock you.
Yeah. So, but basically, someone usually like streams it on Discord, unbeknownst to me, so I don't get in trouble. Yeah. So I don't know if there's an episode you want to join us for, let me know. Contact info. I should give you all that.
Cal.
David.
Are you saying Ruby K isn't nice?
Exactly.
So that is my email address. That's my outward-facing email address. So sometimes it takes me forever to get back to people, and sometimes I just never get back to them because I'm absolutely terrible at email. There's a few people who I have on my list.
Email right now, and you wouldn't even get back to me.
Well, I ignore, of course, naturally. I go out of my way to ignore any kind of noodle raccoon stuff. I try to ignore that. All right. So yes. So thank you, Julie. How do I say it again? Julin. Got it. Okay, I'll get this right. And we got to figure out how to get to Singapore sometime, right, Baz? My dad was stationed out there with the British Army.
Why not?
With the British Army back in the day, he was stationed there. So he wanted to go back, and of course, it's completely changed. He went there and loved it. Absolutely loved it. The reason why I know about it is because he took so many photos and my mom took so many photos, and my stepmom. And I was just so impressed with what it looks like.
Break. Stand up and stretch your legs.
Yeah, David.
I was writing a geometry joke, but it turned out too plain. Now I'm back to square pun.
Oh, Alexa. Zane Tux, the setup is not great right now. I am struggling with it. I could not get the ATEM Mini Pro ISO to connect to the network properly and allow me to stream. It will not stream to Twitch. It says it's streaming. Everything's set up as it's supposed to. It says, streaming on air. Nothing. It doesn't. So I'm really struggling to make it work. But I guess I should probably plow through the manual a bit more than I already have. All right. So, Lord Chunky, anything else? Anything else in that press release worth talking about? Do you like the idea of ray tracing in Fortnite?
And what?
They've got ray tracing in Fortnite. They're gonna do.
I don't get it. Why?
Well, just because it'll look pretty.
Like, it's so cartoonish. I don't see what the ray tracing will really do.
Yeah, I think it's sort of more of a show off, isn't it? It's a bit like doing the ray tracing in Minecraft, right?
Minecraft, it makes more sense, I find, because Fortnite, everything is so bright at all the time.
Right.
It's not like there's any sort of like lighting. It's just everything's bright all the time.
Ooh, ray traced
I
Quake.
think, like that makes more sense than Fortnite in my opinion,
so that's an interesting point. Okay, so so right now it's just like ray trace, throw it at everything, and it's not necessarily the right thing for it. Also, the other thing about Fortnite is Fortnite's got to be fast, right? There's no point in slowing the game down to make it look more beautiful if it's a speed-based, response-based game, right?
Yeah, but like most computers like can run it at what they want to run it at.
Well, they were
with
saying
extra headroom.
They were saying that let me see if I can find it here. They were saying that the response rate of a gamer, they actually had the response rate of gamers, like how fast they could actually respond to the thing. Where the heck is it? Please talk amongst yourselves while I get lost in my inbox. Right.
Wait,
Alan, I gotta talk to Alan. Sorry.
I have a question. If I send you an email right now, would you respond to it?
No. No. Wait a second.
There's another.
I don't even have your email address. I talked to your mom the whole time. I much prefer your mom.
Yeah, I know. I would send you it from my mom.
I see. Do you not have your own email address? Do you know you don't have your own email address?
I do.
You're cutting out for some reason.
Goodbye.
And goodbye. I have my own email address. Goodbye. Oh, you know what? She's logged out. That's why. She's moved. My guess is she's opened another window. That's my guess. All right, here we go. Let me see. Mickey Mouse testing. I think that was the one that I sent everybody.
Sorry.
Did you change Windows and it booted you out?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. See? I can see the future. Okay, so this is the NVIDIA thing. I wanted to see...
Can you say mum weird?
Quality cinematics with your RTX
What?
GPU.
Shut up!
NVIDIA...
Well, not you. Sorry, the YouTube.
To our Canadian accent, eh?
Oh, yeah, eh? Sorry, eh?
Yeah.
A boot.
Sorry, eh?
A boot. It's a boot time. Okay, where are we looking
I
at?
don't get the boot thing. No one says that.
Well, it's a subtle thing. You do notice it. If you're down... We were in the States for a while. I started to notice it. A little bit.
I notice A all the time now. Now that someone's headed... Now people that have... Like, now that I really listen for it, it's just like, I always hear just A everywhere.
Well, A and also sorry, right? People... We do say sorry a lot.
Right.
Sorry, eh?
When my mom's having tech problems, I apologize, even though it's not my fault in any way, and I just came down, she's frustrated. I'm like, sorry, I don't.
It's probably your fault,
sorry.
though, to be truthful.
I just need to know about this. Sorry, don't. You're okay, but if you can't do that right now, it's okay. Sorry, I cannot ask. I think I'm too polite. I think I cannot ask for anything expensive without immediately feeling bad and going down a rabbit hole that I will never use it and I will never.
I just buy them and feel guilty afterwards. That's generally how I work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with me.
So apparently, if I've got this right, there were some stats here that I thought were kind of neat. Okay, so a typical gamer reaction time. Take a guess. What do you think it would be?
For what?
Like when it
Like
comes
a
to
dot appears on screen?
Yeah, when something appears on screen, you have to shoot it.
0 point nothing. It's 1 second, like a 1 second reaction.
I'm gonna guess
It's in
150
milliseconds.
milliseconds.
Shut up.
It's what is it?
It is 150 milliseconds.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
smart.
Damn you, Lord Chunky. Okay, fine. Let's just forget. We'll stop calling it the Tech Band. Just call it LordChunky.com. Okay.
Excuse me, I know things too.
So the
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Everyone wants to be the tech
but
bandit.
Lord Chunky sounds. He just sounds more like I don't know. He sounds like I should believe him.
Yeah, that's just because I insult you too much.
Well, you got to put Lord in front of your name. If you were Lord Noodle the raccoon, then maybe I'd listen.
Lord
to you.
Raccoon.
Yeah, or Lord Noodle. Or Lord Raccoon Noodle. I don't know. So typical gamer reaction time, 150 milliseconds. The PC time, okay, get this. This is the PC's reaction time required to hit a shot. Is less than 30 milliseconds. right? So they're saying that if your computer is slower than 30 milliseconds, you're going to miss the shot. And they've come up with this.
Always true.
What was that?
That's not always true.
Well, no, because you can also predict, like, you'll get used to that latency, basically. But they're talking about this new thing called NVIDIA Reflex, which, again, not hardware. This is software. These are algorithms that are able to pull up that latency by, like, 50%, right?
Oh, okay.
Well, I could be the Lord of Raccoon's Noodles.
That's good. The Lord of the Raccoon's Noodles? That seems a little complicated.
Raccoon's Noodles?
So the average...
Or Lord of the Raccoons Noodles.
Okay, so get this, Lord Chunky.
Or Lord of the Raccoons Noodles.
It goes... This can take a 1050 RTX from 120 milliseconds of lag or latency down to 60.
Wow, that's really
That's
good.
a 1050. And that's just an update. That's just an update that you can...
Just a BIOS update.
Yeah.
Nice.
Isn't that wild?
Wait, what's lurker mode?
Oh, what does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean, lurk?
Ooh, I'm gonna try it.
What does it do?
Fingers are so-
Does anyone know what the what does the lurk feature do? If it is possible, tell David that I'm a big fan of his in Stargate Atlantis and I missed that show. Thomas, Tom, thank you. You are in good company then. There's a lot of us here who missed that show, including myself. It is a command that you're supposed to set up. I see. Okay. Lurk means you are leaving the stream but not actively watching it. What? You're leaving the stream up but not actively watching it. Oh, so it's sort of like in the background type thing. Got it.
Oh.
I see, said the blind man to the lamppost.
Sorry, I was muted and I was talking that whole time.
Oh no, what were you saying?
Nice.
I was just saying that, so lurking is when you, basically, yeah, you're still there on stream. Like, right now, basically, I'm what people would say as lurking on the stream.
Oh, so you're saying I can still get my sweet channel points and yet do something completely different.
So basically what it is that, like, I never really actively watch a stream. Since I have two monitors, I usually have one.
Because you don't care.
He's got 3 monitors. That's what's
He's
so
got
sad.
3 monitors?
He's got 3 freaking monitors.
No, I have 2 monitors, and then a monitor set up to my Xbox.
2 of them is so cheap. David is not noticing me anymore, says Dash Neat. I just texted you. Okay, wait a sec. So hello from so Thomas is from from Poland. Oh, fantastic. Thomas Tom is from Poland. Wow. You know what we should do? Is there a way to get a map and that everyone could put a pin for where they are? We could sort of see where everyone is in the world. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be awesome to do.
Wouldn't it? Are you being... I can't tell whether you're being sarcastic or not because you're my son.
No, I'm not. I would want that in my room.
What you could do is you can get a big world map.
Yeah.
And then put it on like a bulletin board.
Yeah.
And then you could just ask people. Then you could put a pin wherever they say.
Put a pin in
it's
it.
Like a like a pin on the city or whatever.
Well, I could also... Wait a sec. Could I... Oh, what about this? I could create an image and put pins in it and have it as one of my windows on this little baby. I don't know why it does that. I haven't figured this thing out at all. All I can do is fade in and out the front part.
It's cool, Dad. It's cool. No, Dad, you can press the buttons, Dad.
I can press the buttons.
Press the button and then press fade.
Auto. No, but for some reason it's not doing what I want it to do now. It's so weird. Yeah, I've got to figure this out. I should probably read the manual, I guess. Press all the buttons.
You read the manual? Okay.
No, I have. I started reading it, but there's a lot to read. And I thought I gotta get myself, Dash Neat is already apologizing. What are you, Canadian? I love how David gets things wrong when switching screens. I get it wrong I get all of this wrong. The black is much better on the eyes. What? Oh, is it?
I like it.
I think I can change. Wait a second.
I always prefer.
I might be able to change that. Wait a second. Let me see if I can do that. I might be able to change it right now.
I think yes. I do. It's I think the biggest problem here is you guys are all up at like 3 a.m.
That's the problem. That's the problem with this world.
Sleep is overrated.
Is
Honestly.
cows.
I'm always up at
No, apparently
3
sleep
a.m.
isn't overrated. Apparently sleep is like the single best way to live a long and happy life. But can you tell that to my
I
dog?
think staying up late.
Can you just tell my dog to let me sleep at night? That would be the best approach.
Yeah, try to tell that to Huzzah.
Yeah.
Maybe the dog doesn't want you to live a long and happy life.
I think maybe it's an assassin dog.
Maybe knows that if you weren't around, he would get more treats.
Ah.
No, she get much less attention and much less treats if Dad wasn't around.
Let me see.
That's a total suck up for our dog.
Shut the front door.
He is such a suck
You're
up.
a suck up for the dog.
I am much less of
Hey,
a suck up.
if I didn't get sleep for that many nights, I would just lock the door and just
I'm basically
ignore
there.
the dog.
Well, Sunday I'm allowed to do that. Sunday Jane insists on making me sleep in so that I can stop. So I
I would just trap the dog in Baz's room if anything.
Oh, how's that? Better? Now I got to figure out that logo. But that's not bad. That's for you, Cal. Just for you. See?
Other people are having the same issues. But Cal, please get sleep, okay?
Oh, Geezergate, 15-month sub.
What? What does that mean? You've just subbed for 15 months? Or that's the 50 that you've now... We're at our 15th month of you subbing. Isn't that better? I think I might go with something a little nicer. I want to get that... Someone gave me... Who is it who gave me that amazing... Baz, you've got to send me that that Ironham Atlantis one. And I'll try to put it around... I'll try to resize it and reshape it for this. Where are the cows? We need cows. It's true. 15th month. Thank you, Geezer Geek. How are you, Geezer Geek? How are things? Yeah, Cal, it is much better. Because you know why? I'm looking out for you. That's why. It's just because, you know... It's just because I care. You know that.
We have a ton of viewers this stream. 100.
Yeah, that raid was
11,
insane.
12.
Because of Julie. Or Juliu.
Julie, thank you.
Not Julie. I'm saying it wrong, aren't I? I can't, for some reason, I can't get it in my head. Because my head is so full of things right now. Also,
yeah.
Baz, we haven't had breakfast yet.
Very important things. Yes. Me, big brain stuff. Yes.
Julin. Yeah.
Julin, that's it. It's because of Julin. It's entirely because of Julin. Nobody normally cares.
Yeah.
But now Julin does, and now we care about Julin too. So yeah, we'll have that'll actually be really fun. Actually, we could have like now because Julin will have watched the episode, so she could let us know what she wants to know about stuff as well. Okay. Buenos dias, bandits, and David. Offset.
Offset hasn't been talking much this time actually.
Who can get a word in edgewise with us? Eat one tomato, pure, please. Eats one tomato puree, please. I am Brazilian. Good to have you. Good day. Welcome, everybody from Poland, from Brazil. I cannot wait to get. I can't wait. Oh, she went to sleep. Of course she did, as she should.
Hi. Sorry.
I can't wait to get that map.
I thought that meant hi. It means hi. I'm so sorry.
Brazil. That's crazy. There's so many.
Hey, 0 point props. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh my god.
All right. Does anyone have? Is there a? I don't know if Cal's still with us or whether she's fallen asleep now as well. But is there a link? Is there a link to the masks for people?
Oh, we're officially.
Because they're not actually these masks. They're like different masks.
I got my are you saying Spanish? I got it mixed up.
I once
Don't leave off sad.
I once had a whole chat with a guy and his mum on Skype, and I had Google Translate up, and I was going back and forth, and they just could not understand what I was saying until I realized that that I was doing Spanish and they were Italian. So everything. I was like, what is what am I doing wrong? And of course, it took me a little while to figure out that for some reason in my head, I'm thinking Italian, but I wrote Spanish for some reason. So, you know. Yeah, oh, that's it. It's the JCS Gifts and More. That's the one. That is the link that that I think will get you this style of mask. It's not specifically this one. This one, I had to get done locally because first off, just getting anything shipped from outside of Canada right now is, well, certainly from the States, is difficult. And a friend of mine had bought just their generic version, and then when I went on to buy a generic version, I saw that they had customized ones. So we got these. We got ones with little Tech Bandits things on it. Like little logos on it. We had a lot of fun with it. But I'm not sure. There may be a way for me to set it up so that you can buy them as well. But I know that JCS Gifts has got it sorted out as well, so which is kind of cool. I get an SSL. Oh, not again. Oh, he was gonna fix that. That is because he doesn't have a secure. He doesn't have an HTTPS link. It's just a regular link.
It's TTPS.
Yes, cert has expired is probably a better technical term for it. Polite Canuck. All right. Was there anything else we should discuss in this NVIDIA thing? Because there was what else was there? Well, so I love the broadcasting tools. I love the new chips. The way they explain how their technology works, like how it.
Have you ever seen Minecraft RTX?
Have you never seen it? It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful, yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Marbles. Somebody was telling me about marbles.
Marbles demo, yeah, it's so beautiful.
Did you see that? It's stunning. So this is.
It looks real almost.
Yeah,
with
it
the
looks
ray
like a movie.
tracing and yeah.
I mean, talk about like doing your own movies. This is basically okay. So this is the whole stream. I'm sorry, I haven't got links to the specific things, but this is the whole NVIDIA stream.
I have a question. Should I like on my new PC? Should I make it able to run RTX?
You should definitely buy an NVIDIA card, I think. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but just wait for the cheaper ones.
So
you definitely want to wait a few months or more.
1 or 2 months if you want to.
They're probably gonna make the cheaper ones come out before Christmas to steal a bunch of the consoles market share.
Oh, you think so?
Definitely.
Because they're gonna bring the budget ones out before Christmas because they want. Anyone that's gonna buy a console around then is probably also considering a PC, so they can make something that can compete.
Are they not using these chips in the these cards in the consoles at all?
No, they're doing AMD in consoles.
The consoles are AMD?
Yeah, they're all AMD based. Always have been.
Why is that? This is just the deal they made?
Yeah, and like the AMD chips in the consoles are amazing right now.
Huh.
It's the first time that like consoles have gotten hardware before a PC. Because they have like the next generation AMD stuff. That even.
But you don't think we should go for, if I was buying a PC and putting it together, you would still go NVIDIA rather than AMD? And the AMD chips are cheaper to produce. Well, that'll go. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I'd get NVIDIA graphics card AMD CPU right now.
You've got an AMD. Sorry, run that by me again, Noodles. Chunky.
So like if I were to tell someone to get a computer, I would tell them to get probably NVIDIA graphics card.
Yeah.
And then AMD CPU.
Okay.
Actually, but also, I don't know. If you're just doing gaming, like just gaming, I would recommend Intel.
Just gaming.
Just gaming.
I've got friends.
Even if you're doing streaming, it's worth not going Intel. Unless you're paying like a high-end thing, like I don't know. If you're spending under like $1,500, I would go AMD or Intel for gaming, AMD for anything other than that.
It's funny because I've talked to 2 people this week, interesting people this week. Well, actually a lot more than that, but 2 of the people who stand out in relation to this stuff. One of them builds or does the marketing, or anyway, he's at there's Barnacules fans. Are there any Barnacules fans here? Harklight will know. Hey, Harklight. Harklight, what is the name of the company that builds the PCs for Barnacules that Ox, who I did the podcast with this week, builds? And you should check them out because they Puget Systems. That's it. Check these guys out. There you go. Actually, you know what? What was that? Noodles?
It's 120.
I missed that.
Yeah, we've been going for 11 more minutes than we're
120.
Yeah, we started late.
We've been going for 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Okay, was it Puget Systems?
Yeah.
Well, you can bail whenever you want. I'm gonna hang for just a little bit because there's just so many things to talk about. Not Puget Sound. Puget. Oh, damn it! I keep going back and forth.
Puget Systems.
Is that what it? Puget Systems. Puget Systems. Yeah, check
Actually,
out Puget Systems.
I think I might have to go.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, don't feel you have to. It's just I'm just not going to wrap it up just yet because I've finally woken up. Yeah, this is it. Puget Systems. This.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Bye, I guess.
Are you out of here?
I told someone I'd meet them today. So.
No worries. Well, look, if you're interested and you're feeling up to it tomorrow, why don't you? Well, I'll email with your mom, but we'll get you to come.
I already said yeah.
You've already said yes?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. So we'll do socially distanced. We will rebuild the PC, and hopefully I'll have time to actually find all the pieces because I've been cleaning up. I've been cleaning up a little. So we'll see what we can find for you.
Bye.
All right, lots of love. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Noodle the raccoon. Okay, so this is the Puget Systems that they're like serious systems for a serious world. You know what I mean? But I think they also do some fun gaming ones as well. I definitely need another coffee.
They're just pre-built. There's nothing different about them, unless you get.
Well, but I think
some
they're
of the higher end ones could be different.
I think you'll find that these are specifically built for like serious jobs. Like it's not just gaming. It's like engineering. It's
for like engineer. Yeah,
or for
I just see people not wanting to build their own
film, TV, all that kind of stuff, or people who just don't have time. You know what I mean? Like
because like a company doesn't have time to assemble like 50 computers for their new editing department or something.
Well, even Barnacules, right? Barnacules is trying to stream every day. It's really hard to have time to. My glasses are never straight. What is the deal? It's so weird. They test all the hotspots for working always 100%. I see. So they're basically just so you don't run into the situation that we ran into where we didn't have. We were kind of screwed because we I couldn't get the cabling. I'd screwed up the cabling somewhere, and then the lads came in and Chunky and Ironham managed to fix it for me. They're higher end parts. Everything's fully tested. Even comes with the testing results. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is cool. Puget's great. My co-host, the Squid Lord, uses them and swears by them. Really? Wow. And they're not just pre-builds. Interesting. Okay. I do need another coffee. Hey Baz, can you host or Chunky? Do you want to host while I go get a coffee, or
We can host.
Or should I put up a sign?
You can put up a sign
Why don't
too.
you do like your enjoy the scroll cam thing?
I'll go to Squirrel Cam while we're waiting. How's
Dog
that?
out on the squirrel cam.
Is this the Squirrel Cam? Damn it! I don't know how to do the
You
Squirrel.
need to put the dog on the squirrel cam again.
Wait a sec. I got to change the. Let me see. Where you go? I have to pull up the software. I'm so confused because it's on so many different things. Okay. If I go to I can't preview. I can't preview. Oh, I can. Wait a second. I can do this. All right, here we go. Now I can figure it out. Okay. So camera 2. Why isn't it? That's so weird. It's not doing the. That is not working. That is so weird. Oh, I know, because I don't have the background on. That's what it is. Okay, wait a second. So if I do this, and then I go to auto, you should get that. There we go. How's that? And then shall I mute while no, I won't mute because I want you guys want to talk. So
You gotta get the dog to host while you're gone.
I know. Yeah, except the dog. Yeah, I'll tell you how the dog would host. The dog would host by chewing at all the cables. And
that would work.
There you go.
It like
all right.
force you to upgrade.
I will be back in a few minutes because I'm gonna go get coffee because God knows
Mute yourself. Mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Why?
Just so that people don't hear you like walking up the stairs. Just mute it, just to make sure.
What if I just make farty noises while I walk away?
Well, people don't have to hear that either.
Please, we can make farty noises while you're away.
Okay, if you could. Yeah, you make fun of me while I'm gone. That'd be perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me just do this then. I will go to here and I will mute my microphone.
Yeah, we can hear you. Because you're talking? I don't really think so.
No, not really at all.
It just sounds like you're disappointed.
Nah, forget it. I'm just disappointed. All right, okay. Be very, very entertaining. Be more entertaining than you may have to reenact the squirrel engagement that the people would normally have. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh gosh.
Ba da 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 da
Nope.
da da da. My favorite thing to do when Dad's away. Fart, fart. Oh yeah, Jack. We have to make farting noises. Fart, fart, fart noise. Fart, fart. No, don't just say
Yeah.
fart. Don't actually.
Fart.
Make fart noises. Fart,
Fart.
fart,
Fart.
fart.
Coffee machine noise. Fart.
Brrr, Dad walking upstairs
Let's
noise.
hear a duet. Oh no, not a duet.
I don't know how I do a duet.
Height Skyfighter. Neither robotic or drones. Oh gosh. Oh, Baz, you need to trim the squirrel cam plant. Blocking the squirrel cam.
Oh no.
Or the huzzah cam. Whatever it is now.
You just call it like the garden cam. I still like the scroll cam.
Ah, squirrel cam's way better. We should both try to sing together and try to have a deep voice.
Thank you, Jack and Cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Oh, nice. Oh, dirty window cam. It's true.
Dirty
The
window
is
cam.
very dirty. Very dirty window. David needs to take up his responsibility and make sure we have a clear view of all the not squirrels that are there.
The anti-squirrels.
Anti-squirrels, yes. You should get a night vision camera so at night you can have a raccoon cam.
But then we'd have to show off the camera at night.
You could just have like an overnight stream of the night vision camera where it's just no talking or anything. Just if someone can't sleep, they can just go watch the raccoon camera.
And we should have like chill music in the background.
Chill music, yeah.
You see like raccoons
raccoon watching session.
Everywhere. Raccoon watching session.
Yeah.
You try me, huh? You want to try me?
Let's go trash the trash man? I don't know.
Dad gave me
Dad,
a sausage.
What do you say you take it apart and then just like cut out all the fan blades so it still spins, but then it can't cool so it melts itself down?
What?
What do you say you open up the trash Mac and then just cut out all the fan blades so then it doesn't have a fan and then it can't cool itself? That would get it too. Yeah. The trash Mac needs to go. It must go.
Guess who's back?
Dad! Oh, you cannot tell David wrote this.
ASMR, just for you. All right, can I do this?
Just for us. Oh, I got a sandwich.
Oh man, where's the? I don't understand this overlay thing. I've really got to get this whole. I got to truly learn this.
You just got to get a new computer.
Wait a second. If I get the key first.
I can tell the bad things happen to that computer in the future. I don't know.
You think bad things are going to happen to it? It's already happening. Trust me. Key one.
I just one day it might just stop working for
Why is it?
some reason.
Okay, if I.
Oh, definitely.
I like that little cup. I like that. But why is it not on the other one? Camera 1, that's what I'm using. Ah, no, not camera 2. I want that, don't I? Now if I do it.
No, don't mention
that. That is not right. What's the plan? You got an evil plan?
Huh?
What is your evil plan?
There is no plan.
Oh my god, what are they up to? No plan. I'm checking the stream right now.
Okay, 1 second.
I might just want to order some computer parts now because just preemptively because that thing might.
Oh, James will use the trash Mac for science. I don't know, James. You know what the science you'll be doing is figuring out how to make it work properly because it's never worked well. Perfect plan. Oh,
turn that into like a little paper basket.
Did someone
I
just
wasn't
say?
here to hollow it out.
Were you gonna get rid of my
paper
trash?
basket.
Were you gonna kill my
What?
trash Mac while I was gone?
No.
Oh my
What?
god. Noodle's dismantling my main PC and everything connected to it. Yeah, that's probably where we're at. Make sure it's near the top of the stack. Create its own group for the overlay. And make sure it's in each cam's filter stack. Except that, well, here's the funny thing is I'm actually using it in the ATM minis stuff. It's funny, the Macs usually worked for me. They usually did. Oh, by the way, this is the other mask that we have, which I kind of like. So I did this version as well. So it's just a little tech bandit on there on either side. I think it looks kind of cool when it's on because it almost looks more high tech because of the two little things. It looks like I've got like those vents that I'm not supposed to have. I kind of like that. Oh, I should show you I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to show you this. I got given a Disney COVID pack.
Ooh.
Yeah, they have their own face mask you have to wear. They have their own hand sanitizer. They have all this stuff. The black masks.
I have a friend that has joined me in my room. Their name is Azan. They're eating my yogurt.
What? Oh, don't let it eat the yogurt because I'm going to have to pick up whatever it leaves after it's eaten the yogurt.
I'm not letting him eat my yogurt.
Okay, I see.
But he's eating my yogurt.
I was wondering about the other day, why are your glasses always crooked? I was thinking the nose supports might be the problem. Offset, my glasses are always crooked. I don't know what the deal is, but I cannot get them. They'll sit straight for maybe a second. And then for some reason, they immediately get warped again. I've always had this problem. Let me see if I can get them to straight. Does
Your
that
face
now?
is crooked.
That's straightish. And then I put these on.
Yeah, Dad, maybe your face is crooked.
My face is crooked. See, look, it is. It's the headphones. I think it's the headphones pushing them up. Because my face is fine. Yeah, but it's really on these glasses for some reason it's crazy pronounced. So I should be what's it? Well, that side's too far up now, so it needs to be like that, but that's better. Oh my god, forget it. I'm just lopsided for God's. You know what? I don't even need them. I mean, I do need them. Oh boy, do I really need them. Wow. Yeah, no, I need them. Forget that. I'm blind as a bat. Blind as a bat, bald as an eagle, deaf as a post. This is great.
And a dog who likes to boast.
What's this?
I don't know.
Everyone's faces, yeah. Hobbity elf, one ear higher than the other. Glasses just...
I have one eye bigger than the other.
Yes, it's true. So do I. I have two different sides. Depending on how you look at me, I'm two different people. One that way.
You're like Two-Face.
One that way. It is. I'm a bit like Two-Face. It's very true. I don't have any nose supports. That's the problem.
Guys, I gotta go watch something else on Twitch. I will stay here though.
What? You gotta watch something else on Twitch?
It's one of my new
So
favorite.
Important than us. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, thanks.
We don't care. We don't need to anyway.
I have chat. I'm able to see chat still. But I'm watching another person as well.
But you can hear us in the background. Is that it?
Yeah.
I need to do a work thing, but I don't want to go. Jack and Cass, go do your work thing.
Are you just sitting there?
Don't let us get in the way of your work. We're not supposed to be here anyway. This is supposed to be long over with at this point. Yeah. So the overlays on the ATM are a little different. On the ATM setup. Oh no! Yikes! Wrong thing. Yeah, the ATM thing. It's a different situation with the ATM thing, and I don't quite know why it does this. The fill source media player key. I don't understand why it's not in there. I can look at the media here. Yeah, no, it's right there. That's it. That's so weird. It's something to do with this background and foreground thing. So the background is definitely... I see. Is that? I think is that. We'll see. It's so weird. Auto, it just goes to black, right? That just goes to black. But if I do that, there you go. That's what I need to do. 'Tis all. I just had them reversed. Oh, interesting. So Harrison Ford, if you split his face in half, he's half smiling, half frowning. I bet you he's all frowning if you split his face in half, to be honest. But Jed Ted has been betrayed. All right, Jack and Kaz, I'm sorry you have to leave us, but enjoy. The work thing requires getting a PPD being read. It's like 5 seconds, but I don't want to use the gas to get to work, just to be in and out and come back. What is a PPD reading?
PP. I'm sorry.
Feels like time. What? A PPD?
Very mature tech bandits.
Oh, great. Normally it's me who does that. You know, okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story, which I probably shouldn't tell you. So I go in for my test today, my Disney test. And now I'm so paranoid about these glasses. And so the medic who's does the test, talks me through everything, swabs one nostril, swabs the other. I try not to sneeze on her. I don't. She takes the test. She goes, I say, okay, so what are the next steps? And she says, oh, make sure to check your junk. And I was like, what? And I'm like, what do I have to, like, I'm like, there's another swab or something? Like, what is, check your junk? And then she goes, no, check your junk mail, because when we send the results, sometimes it gets put in your junk folder. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. I was like, oh my God, you can get COVID on your junk. I was like,
you can get COVID on your junk?
Exactly. You got to check my junk for COVID.
What?
Yeah. So that was my little experience this morning. Which of course is which is very funny, because I've also just done an hour and a half. It's called, what's it called, Baz? Not abuse training, harassment training, anti-harassment training. So
I thought you said a harassment training.
Yeah, basically how to harass people. No, it's interesting because so nowadays, so the film industry has changed a lot over the years, and there's now a lot of like sort of rules and regulations that there weren't in place, and thankfully in many cases, because I know that, you know, women and people starting out in the industry were having they could, and people of color. I mean, it was bad. It was not good for representation. It was not good for equality. The way people treated each other on sets, not particularly good. The way I've treated people on sets, not very good. I mean, I do a lot of yelling and screaming, and that is basically that's harassment. I do. I'm old school grumpy guy. That's what I get grumpy. If someone doesn't do their job, I get grumpy at them and I tell them they're not doing their job. But apparently you can't do that anymore. That's not, and they're right. You should treat people with respect all the time. It's very difficult sometimes, I find, for me to respect people who aren't good at their jobs. But and I'm not sure I don't know how I will. I mean, look, it's one of the reasons why I don't want to direct anymore. Is I just don't feel like I've got the people skills required for the film industry anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like if someone is not doing their job, you should be able to say you're not doing your job, or you suck at your job, or maybe not say it like that, but just say like you're not doing your job well. Let's get someone else to do it. I don't know how to say that nicely, basically. So, but I'm learning, and that's what. So one of these things are. So basically, every show you're on now, you have to go through these anti-harassment. You have to go through anti-racism courses, COVID procedures now as well. I mean, it's sort of great for actors because I've done like 5 of them for the last 2 projects I'm on, and you get paid every day for doing them. So I'm fine. And when they're all online as well, so you could just do them from home. But yeah, I can't. You couldn't be McKay on set anymore. Like you just can't. You can't do that. And while that's probably not a bad thing, it's very difficult for a dinosaur like me to figure this stuff out. Well, Baz, you struggle with this stuff online as well, don't you? I mean, you've gone back and forth with people about stuff, and it's difficult because it escalates very quickly, right? Especially when it's out in the public. When it's out in public, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I don't want to go into Baz's life stuff, but it's he's been struggling with stuff. Lord Chunky, how are you doing with your tech stuff? Do you ever have to bring your parents in on stuff?
Well, I don't want to bring my parents into this.
No, you didn't. But your parents were brought in on some stuff because it was just getting out of control. But Chunky, have you ever had to get your parents involved, or your parents ever had to get involved with stuff online?
Nope.
No. And is that just because you've just never had a problem, or you just haven't told them about it, or you didn't think it was worth bugging them about?
It's just not worth bugging them about.
Like it's stuff you know how to deal with.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? Give me an example of something. I mean, not specifics, but like
just like, what do you mean? I don't know. never really had much problems online.
Like people say stupid things or inappropriate things or
yeah, like just no, like if people are saying stupid things like in a game chat in your game,
yeah.
you just leave the game chat or mute them or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah, and
Just ignore it.
I mean,
For real.
yeah, Baz is
Real
exactly
life,
the
though.
same. Baz is exactly the
I
same, but
know
there's a
that.
few things have come up that are just a little more complex than just that. You know, there was like some guy who found out that he was, well, because of his voice, he thought he was a girl, and then when he found out he was an underage girl, he was saying like inappropriate things. And I was like, no, dude, that needs to be reported because you don't want some freak out there like, you know, basically hitting on underage girls. That's freaking, that's dangerous, basically. So that's the kind of stuff Baz will bring to me if there's an issue. And it's great. I love that. I can't tell you as a parent, it's like so great to. There's no better feeling than having your kid come to you with a difficult situation and say, "Here, I never know what to do about it, but at least it's just like you just feel like you're a part of stuff. It makes your parents feel so much. Oh my God, so much better about being a parent, basically, because we feel so out of it on a lot of this stuff. But that's good. So basically, any issues you've had, it's just a matter of getting out of the chat, and it's the problem solved, basically. I guess I'm just thinking about it. Your mom probably has to go through all of these training courses too, right? I'd be curious to know if she's had to go for her work, whether she goes through all of the anti-harassment and anti-racism and all that kind of stuff. She must have that kind of training as well. I'm assuming that the corporate world also has all this stuff.
Probably.
And I think, unfortunately, it's not so much for protecting people as it is for protecting the companies that are doing the courses, right? They want to do these courses so they go like, if something goes wrong, they can go like, look, we did everything we could, and Hewlett was still a total McKay. You know what I mean? So that is messed up. The amount of people who said horrible things to me when I was on CWD is shocking. CWD, Polite Canuck, sorry. CWD, anybody know what it is? Call of Duty, no, CWD. Canada's Worst Driver. Really? You were on Canada's Worst Driver? That's cool. What were you doing on Canada's Worst Driver? Were you driving badly? That's kind of exciting. I just assumed I was Canada's Worst Driver, but now there's actually a show about it. I guess I'd have to prove that. Driving badly, yeah. Season 13, driving badly. There's something about when people are in the public eye, excuse me, they burp on screen. When people are in the public eye, for some reason, people feel like it's like okay to just be jerks to them. What sort of stuff were you getting, Polite Canuck? I mean, not so you don't have to be specific, but I mean, what was it about your driving? Was it race related, color, religious? What was it? Is that when someone from New Jersey is cruising around Canuckistan? What is Canuckistan? What? Is that when someone from New Jersey is... I don't understand that. Sometimes this anti-harassment stuff gets a bit over the top. Where my sister worked once, men were told they were not allowed to compliment women in any form whatsoever. The problem, I think, is that some people have to be told. And that's the issue. I think that we like to think that everyone understands the rules, but not everybody does. And people say inappropriate things. I mean, I've seen a lot of inappropriate stuff on set. Which used to be like, oh, they're just being flirty. The one that really got me that I was struggling with was you're not allowed to say, oh, I could say something, but I'm not allowed to anymore. Because that was interesting because, I feel like I may have said that in passing about because I was going to go somewhere and then I went, oh, no, I shouldn't say that anymore. But the point is not that the problem with that is you're basically saying what you were going to say, or you're leading people down that path without actually taking responsibility for it. So there's that. The other one that was really
last Zoom meeting
ever. The other thing that really got me, I thought this was interesting, was and this might apply to you guys as well, to the bandits here, is apparently if you're at work or in a work situation of any sort, and you witness some kind of harassment, you are obligated to report it, even if the person who has been harassed says please don't. And that I struggled with. Because that one I was like, well, wait a second. They're like, and then, so, because I was like, wait a second, if I have a friend, like if I talk, like in some cases, things happen, Baz tells me something.
You have a friend?
Thank you. Some people, some things have happened with Baz, and I've said, okay, I'm going to talk to whatever. And Baz has said, no, please don't. And we've talked about it, and I've said, okay, fine. And in most cases, I will jot down what it is that's happened and when it happened, just in case.
You jot it down?
Yeah, just in case if it ever comes up again, I will have a record of what's been said. Of course, I have no idea where that file is now, but that's not the point. My organization skills are not the point, damn it. Go to your room. So I feel like I need to respect Sebastian's opinion on this. I will step in when, as a parent, I feel that perhaps he's not able to make those decisions because he just hasn't lived long enough to understand the repercussions. But I would be very concerned about stepping over someone else's another grown-up's opinion on what should or not be reported, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, so that was interesting. It's odd because saying I shouldn't say that is a bit of thought policing, but I could 100% see someone saying that and it being harassment, but I'm a liberal left academic, aka a socialist communist. Yeah, James, I'm sort of with you on this stuff. Like, I definitely grumbled about this stuff when it first started, but I'm realizing more and more how important words are, like how important it is not to go for those easy jokes, not to put anyone in a situation where they might be uncomfortable. I mean, I got into trouble on debug because there was a couple of people in a couple of departments that were not pulling their weight. They were not doing their jobs. They were not letting me know what was going on. That we were arriving on set, things weren't ready, and they would sort of just go, "What do you want me to do about it?" I would be like, "Tell me about it a week ago when I asked you," that kind of stuff. And of course, and my response was like that. And at one point, I mean, there was some prop things were brought in. The irony being that they were all deadly weapons, and I had asked for something of a certain size. I had very clearly laid out what it was that we needed and what needed to be ordered. It hadn't been done, and this ridiculous thing showed up that was the wrong size. It was a bit like something out of a. It was like Stonehenge in that fabulous mockumentary film, Spinal Tap, where this like prop showed up that was like a fraction of the size it was supposed to be, and I went, "You've got to be kidding me!" And I threw it into the basket of weapons. Now, because I had replaced one of these people with someone else because they weren't doing their job, they were very, very angry, and they decided that this was now harassment. So there was a whole back and forth about it, and as it turns out, it was all thrown out. It was obvious that it was not about so much about. I mean, it's not that it wasn't about my behavior, because the reality is I should not have got grumpy. I should not have got angry and shouted and stuff. But this was obviously more to it than just me getting angry. It was their anger at me not liking their work or lack thereof. Anyway, so it all got thrown out. It was fine. But what I realized coming out of it was that the truth is, I do need to figure that out. I do need to deal with that stuff better, because you don't want to. Something I've noticed about myself is when I get angry, it's a physical anger. Like it feels like I never do anything about it, but it's like it's a tension that people pick up on, and that can be very, very scary to people. It's kind of like a dog. I think if a dog starts growling, if you don't know the dog, you don't understand that. So when I start growling, people think like, oh my God, this could be, this looks like it could get physical. And it's not. It's just my voice gets shaky because I'm a big wimp, and I hate getting grumpy, and I hate people not doing their jobs and that kind of stuff. So it was a really real eye-opener for me. And so where I would normally go like, oh my God, I'd attend the stream and then walk away so that at least I was registered as being there, but I didn't actually have to listen. I now listen because I think there are things that potentially I could pick up there. As an old white guy, old white straight guy, I'm sure I'm going to say the wrong things. So it is kind of important to understand that. And instead of, why do you want to fight the idea that, I don't want to fight the idea that people should be comfortable working with me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, why would I fight that? I'm a dinosaur. If you're angry, I just stand still so you won't see me. That's Cal. But Cal, isn't that abuse in itself? You're abused. That's elder abuse. Elder abuse, Cal. There you go. Apparently I'm a dinosaur, so if Cal stands still enough, he won't see me, even if I'm grumpy. God, I love Cal. I've been told I'm a bit of a pit bull at work, have anger issues. My position is I don't have anger issues. I have issues with incompetence. I'm exactly the same, James. I'm exactly the same. It sounds like we're very similar that way. And I think anybody who's passionate about what they do, anybody who gives a crap about about the profession that they're in, about doing things properly, it drives us nuts to see people not pulling their weight. And I find in a lot of these, with a lot of the unionized film industry, there's a lot of people there who are there for the paycheck. And I don't feel like this is an industry that's good at that. I think you need to do more than just show up in this film industry, because I feel like so lucky to be a part of it, and I feel like we're so lucky. Lucky to be able to be doing this for a living, to be being paid to do what we love to do. It drives me freaking nuts if people don't do their jobs. Like, oh my God, I was brutal. Actors on, if a day player showed up and didn't know their lines, I lost it. Because I'm like, I'm up all night with a giant martini, all night learning my lines for the next day, every day. I had pages and pages of dialogue, and I knew my lines every day. I'd read the script, I knew the lines. So the idea that someone shows up out of the blue and sort of swans in with a hangover and doesn't know his lines, I'm like, no. You stop talking on set. You go learn those lines right now. I was awful about that. And now I'd probably get in trouble for it. So Diefuel says, completely agree. I feel like I'm being paid to be at work and I should be working. Others just want to leave early and go home despite being paid. I know. But I think here's the frustrating thing is I think we need to find... You need to find that balance or a way of working with them or a way of somehow removing my frustration with the film stuff. And one of the reasons why I don't feel like I can work within the traditional industry anymore is that I feel people aren't responsible for the various different things that they're supposed to do. And as a director, you can't do everything unless you get into Machinima, which is why I find it so exciting. The idea of being able to do... to be able to make your own movies using video game engines and stuff is just fascinating to me, because then you can shout at the computer all you want. No one's going to get offended. But I feel like, yeah, there are people who just do their jobs to do their jobs. But does that matter? I mean, as long as it doesn't specifically affect us, and if it does, then we have to figure out ways of doing it that aren't going to basically, I mean, if you want to even just look at this in a selfish way, that don't get us in trouble. As especially again as straight white males, it's we need to be. We have been a disaster to other people for so long. I mean, specifically, we've been awful. We've been terrible. We've got a terrible track record. You want to racially profile? I mean, geez, look at what we've done to so many different cultures over the years. So the point is, I think it's important for us to sort of like be aware of that and then apply that to sort of today's sort of work environment. I find it very, very difficult. And I find my first response is almost always to scoff at this stuff. Not to derail, but game engines are getting so high and that they're easily equivalent in visual to second gen or even better high studio CGI. I agree, Kid Skyfire. I'm so excited about that. Like I really believe that we're on the cusp of making movies without having to leave the basement. Not even the cusp. It's happening. What was that amazing, Baz? What was that amazing series we saw that was based on like Warhammer or whatever it was?
I don't know what you're talking
Artemis.
about.
Was it Artemis? Was that right?
Artemis.
I think it was Artemis.
Artemis, yes.
So you might want to look that up. Artemis. It's there's basically one guy and with some help.
It is one guy and some Patreon.
That's the other thing, James, is you got to watch yourself. If your blood pressure, if you're losing it all the time, and you're anxious and you're uptight, it's a stress on your health as well. I mean, if you ever want to talk about it, James, I've been given medication for stuff because I've been given medication for anxiety, for ADHD, for heart stuff, for heart, stomach, everything. I'm on like everything. Astartes. That's it, Cal. That's it. Thank you. And I am very reticent to take anything. I do not like taking medications. But so I'm always like, give me what is the smallest dose of whatever it is you think I should use. I will try that. And that's worked pretty well for me so far. And also just being aware of it, being aware of this stuff, Yo, Chris Malkos, how are ya? Astartes, thank you. What's up?
Yeah, Astartes.
I watched Troy from 2001 again the other day, and the VFX looked worse than the game that just released called The Total War Saga Troy. Yeah, you can't. I like Spinner Breaker. I feel like the film industry is so out of touch on this stuff. I feel like the film industry should stop, watch a bunch of video games, watch a bunch of video game trailers, and then go make a movie. Because I think the effects are so out of touch. You know what I mean? Warlock Jason Carnes says smoke weed. For me, it's not really an option. It's all legal here now. The kids will all be faced with that growing up. I've just said to the bandits basically, and my own bandit, basically just hold off. Just wait until your brain is fully developed. If you want to try all that crap, do it after your brain is developed. Don't mess with the development phase. Get it to, it's like the computer builds. Build the computer, get it working properly, and then experiment with it. But make sure it's up and functioning properly first. So make sure your brain is up, running, all the LEDs look cool and everything. And then when you're in your 20s or whatever, and when your brain is stopped developing that way.
When your brain has stopped.
When your brain is stopped in your 20s.
You're 20 exactly. And your brain stopped.
Well, you don't want your brain to stop, right? So, yeah, no, I agree. Cal, I agree. But at the same time, I mean, the reality is, drugs are something that kids are going to come up against younger and younger all the time. Baz, you said weren't there like kids smoking at your old school in like grade 4 or something?
Hmm?
Wasn't it grade 4? I remember you came home one day and you were like, there were like grade 4s like smoking outside or something.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry. Maybe it was just an exciting story you came home with. But, the fact of the matter is it just gets younger and younger on this stuff. And I feel like if we pretend this stuff doesn't exist, then, would I rather my son didn't drink or do drugs or, have unprotected sex? Yeah, I would. Yes, absolutely. I would much rather that. But, all I could do is, give him the information so he knows what to do. And how to do it right, and hopefully he'll make those decisions, right? Yeah, I think it was grade 4, Jed Ted. Look, I started smoking seriously in probably was grade 8. How old is grade 8? What grade are you going into this year, Baz?
Grade 8.
It is grade 8. Okay, so I would have started smoking this year for you.
That's disgusting.
I know. And I had asthma, and I used to get really sick, and it was dangerous. I actually passed out a couple of times because my lungs were so bad. But I went on to start smoking, I started smoking I was up to 2.5 packs a day, I was telling Baz the other day. So I would suggest that just don't even try. Don't even try. And talk about development. Maybe I could have been 7 feet tall for all we know. Stunted my growth. I don't know. Anyways, smoking is just, smoking drives me crazy now because if I smell other people smoking, I instantly get my smoker's headache. And I'm like, I don't want to have it. If I can't have a cigarette, why should I have a headache? Anyways. And vaping is smoking. Yeah, I mean, that's the reality. In fact, they're worrying that vaping might be worse than smoking because of the immediate problems with it. 2.5 packs a day. Yeah. Wow, your dad died at 35 because of cigarettes. Wow. I probably quit around... God, when did I quit? I quit a couple of times, but long before Baz was born. And then I stopped drinking when Baz was born. And then I sort of started a little bit here and there. During COVID, I had a couple of drinks with my wife every so often, and a beer or two. But I've sort of decided to just go back to nothing because it's just I find it easier. Smoking looks so weird when I see it in movies now. I feel like it looks out of place, doesn't it? Cal's going to quit smoking any day now. You wait. 7-foot McKay would be odd, wouldn't it? But it would be awesome. I'm so glad all my friends that used to smoke have quit. Yeah. It's funny. My friends used to say that they couldn't imagine me without a cigarette in my hand. And now most people can't even imagine me with a cigarette, you know?
Yeah.
But Baz, are you getting, I guess I shouldn't even ask this, should I? But you're not seeing any of that stuff right now. Any issues like that?
I'm not seeing any what?
You're not seeing any of the sort of the smoking, drinking, drugs, all that kind of stuff happening with your
Vaping
crowd?
a bit at my school, but
A little bit?
Yeah,
At Chunky?
I've seen the kids my age vape, but nothing really else.
But vaping's the same thing, right? And then what are they vaping? Are they vaping like pot, or are they vaping cigarette?
No, like
The word like
they're
nicotine?
just vaping like cigarette stuff, not
Like nicotine?
Yeah, probably.
Or is it just flavored with nothing in it?
It could just be flavored too. I'm not sure.
Right. So started smoking at 15, but managed to quit when I was pregnant with my first child. Oh, well done, Ms. Lintz. That's great. In junior highs, when you start running into pot. Yeah, I think it just depends on where you are, too, what areas you're in. I walk the dog every night now, and I walk a certain way. There's a little alley, in a nice, very nice residential neighborhood beside a couple of beautifully new-built mansion-y houses. I think they squished two together into one big house. But there's a very tidy, very clean little alley there, and there's 3 or 4 kids who sit there every single night, and I don't know what they're doing, but I'm sure it ain't supposed to be done.
Wait, where is this?
Our
neighborhood?
Let me think. Without saying street names, if you go the main
It's
street
like that semi that they renovated both the same. It's been being renovated for so many years.
Without the grass, no grass in front.
Yeah.
The grass on the crosswalk.
Just before that. There's an alley just before those 2 houses.
No, I can't picture it.
No, I know what you're talking about. That. So you know where the grass is when you go up your street and then you see the crosswalk, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then do you see a bit of grass?
I don't know. But
on the far left side.
You know how there's those 2 semis that are right next to each other, right?
Yeah.
They're both getting redone the same way at the same time.
And they've been redone they've been doing it for ages, and they've got no grass in their front grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next to that?
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
That's it.
Oh, I have a funny thing. So those kids, I was walking past with my dad or something, and then they have an e-bike or something.
Oh, they do?
And they parked it in front of someone's driveway.
Huh.
And then this guy goes to move it, and when he goes to move it, an alarm goes off. And then the kids were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then they just saying, "You parked this in front of my driveway." And then it just keeps saying, "Well, don't touch it."
Should have just run it over.
I parked it in front of the driveway and told them not to move it.
They have an e-bike? Oh my god, I wish I had an e-bike. But it has an alarm on the e-bike. I guess that makes sense. But again, this is the stuff. I feel like if you've got to tell people how to be respectful of other people's property and things, what do you do with that? What do you do with people like that? You know, don't park it across someone's driveway. Don't be a dick when they try to move it to get out of their own driveway. I mean, that's it just seems weird.
I just feel like a lot of kids these days
LOF7 Super Serial.
Kind of like that.
I don't think it's just kids, Baz. I mean, this is why I get angry when people talk about.
I know a lot of people. Sorry.
Yeah, hooligans with e-bikes.
That are like that.
You want to hear a funny story about e-bikes? So e-bikes, the reason why e-bikes have suddenly become this kind of dodgy form of transportation where people are where almost everybody I see on an e-bike, it's I'm like, what did they do? They just seem it just seems terribly. It always seems a little criminal.
Don't you not need a driver's license to have an e-bike?
That's it. So,
yeah, because if you lose your license, let's say you're drinking and driving, well, just get an e-bike.
That's it, and that's what people do. So you see a lot of drunk e-bike drivers because they've lost their driver's license because of. So I thought that was I just thought that was interesting. I was a policeman who actually told me that. Jaspin, you go nap for God's sake. No one should choose this stream over sleep at any point. Satanic Potato, what a fantastic name. Honestly, it's silly with weed, where it's completely legal and somewhere else you go to jail because someone caught you with a joint. I still think you can't tax something but grows in a ditch, and that's the problem. Yeah, look, I mean, as always, I don't like this stuff myself. I just think it makes people stupid. But and I just feel like we don't need to be any more stupid. But at the same time, I don't think that we shouldn't explore it as a way of treating anxiety, treating PTSD, or even just as a social, as a social thing. I mean, people go and have, people can go and have a glass of wine and to calm down. I don't see a problem with that. I just my concern with it is as always, a lot of people take this stuff to excess, and I'm personally not a fan of the stuff. I just which will probably make Baz like it even more. But I just it's the same thing with drinking to some extent. I just don't like I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see people slurring. I don't want to see people acting like idiots. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with it. I used to.
I get drinking to like an extent.
Yeah.
Like a glass of wine with dinner, or having a
wine.
beer on a hot day. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't get when people like put a bottle of whiskey in their car so they can like stop, take a break, and have a whiskey. Like, I don't get that.
Yeah, they should be in jail because you can't do that.
Sorry. I just mean, like, I don't get when people like carry around alcohol, like always have it with them.
I mean, I think, look, I'm over the whole drunk everything trend. I don't like this stuff where people just get annihilated and do things like, I thought Drunk History was very, very funny when it first came out because these were very smart people trying to explain something they obviously understood very well, but were having trouble doing it. But I truly don't like that stuff because I just don't want to celebrate people. I guess I don't want to celebrate people making fools of themselves. I don't like the pranks. I don't like any of this stuff. It feels cheap to me. It's much more clever to write, if you could write, like the way they did Hamilton. Hamilton was funny and poignant and inclusive and all this stuff. I mean, you could have just told the Hamilton story. It's drunk Hamilton, where they just, and I just think it would be a lot of cheap laughs at people. It's so much harder and so much more talent is involved in writing something properly than it is to just watch people make an idiot of themselves and throw up. I'm not into that myself. Again, it's each to one's own. Some people find it hilarious. That's fine. I got no problem with that. I ain't doing it.
I find seeing someone drunk hilarious. Like, honestly, though.
Wow, you can get a ticket for drink driving a pedal bike? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, Baz and I have this like rule where I say, Baz, you can do anything you want as long as it doesn't hurt yourself or other people.
Sorry, you just cut out there. Like, you can drink, no, not drink. You can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else or yourself.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's...
And I like that motto. It's a good motto.
Because I don't, like, I really think you should be free to do whatever you want as much as possible. But that cannot have an impact on people. That can't have a negative impact on other people or yourself. I mean, I think that's just a big part of it. I feel awful for gaming with you on New Year's Eve. No, that's different, Cal. And that's not like, that was a whole different thing.
Amazing. That was the best, I think one of the best experiences I've had.
Cal, that's the nicest you've ever been,
You
frankly.
were hilarious.
You should be drunk all the time.
So much. It was so nice.
No, it was lovely. Look, that's different. I think it's different than strategically going out to get drunk and play games with people is a different story. That's a whole different thing. I think people make mistakes. Sometimes they drink a little too much. You weren't like, it's not like you were wasted. You were just like, you were enjoying New Year's Eve. I think there's nothing wrong with that, except I can't do it because I'm too uptight. I read this book. I read Stephen King's The Shining when Baz was still in his mummy's tummy. And they talk about how he'd had 2 beers. That was it. He'd had 2 beers. And then his son came in, and his son was found. He caught his son drawing on the back of his manuscript back in the days when you couldn't, when you had to type them out manually. And he grabbed the kid to pull him away from the stuff. And as he did so, he hears a crack. And he broke his son's arm, or just look at his son's arm. I can't remember which it was. And the point was, he said, with that snap, it separated my past from my future. And the idea being that if he hadn't had a drink or 2 drinks and he'd broken that arm, it would have been a mistake. But because he'd had the drinks, he was terrified because everyone saw that as a drunken abuse rather than just a stupid, dumb move, if that makes sense. And I was like, and that scared me. I was like, no, I don't ever want to. I never drank, and I would never even have one drink when I was driving, because I thought if I had an accident, yeah, I know one drink over 5 hours, what does it matter? That's not gonna have any impact on you, except that if something happened, at the back of my mind, always, I'd be thinking like, I had a drink, like would I have had that extra little reflex and people should probably consider this stuff when they're tired or sick as well now, right? We're beginning to realize that.
No one should drive. Mom's actually asleep. She doesn't feel well.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
I just went for a COVID test. This is all about me. Notice that. Jane, I didn't realize so Jane's sick?
Yeah.
Oh, I should go see her then. Okay. I didn't realize that was the case.
She does not feel well.
So she's asleep? Like, should I be waiting on her? Should I be Florence Nightingale her right now?
Yes, you should. You should also probably take the dog on a walk.
What? Is it? It's 2:30. Oh my God, you're right. Everybody, this has been
streaming for another hour and a half.
I know, but it's so much fun.
I know.
And also,
amazing.
I also feel bad because I didn't do my Tuesday chat this week, so I felt like it was nice to actually be able to talk to some people about stuff other than just the Tech Bandit stuff. There's a difference between one-offs. Yeah, there's a difference between, look, what I used to say to Baz, like the first time's an accident, second time's careless. No, first time's careless? No, I can't remember what it was. Just basically, you're wrong, you're a terrible child. I think that's how it worked. Awesome stream today. Thank you very much, Polite Canuck. In his mummy's tummy. Yeah, like an ulcer, Kit Skyfire. Exactly like that. Yeah, I hope she feels better, so I gotta find out what's wrong with her. Healthcare workers don't get COVID tests. I find it hilarious that you get tested on set. Amazon 42, it's a freaking joke. I'm embarrassed. The reality is, the reason why healthcare workers don't get tested is because A, they're adhering to protocol, and B, they trust the people they're working with are going to adhere to protocol. The problem with the film industry is it's like herding freaking COVID cats. You can't trust people to do the right thing. Our industry is not known for its responsibility, especially the acting department. So, there you go. That's my little piece on it. I got nothing nice to say about the film industry right now on this stuff. I've got to say, there's a part of me that feels like we should not be back at work. I feel like we should be waiting, and we should not be. My concern is that we're all struggling to get back to work so that the film industry can start back up again. And I am worried that it's going to put a strain on the healthcare system that shouldn't be, because, But that said, I also have to earn a living. So I guess we all have to sort of like weigh the risks. I could get run over by a car as well. You just have to make sure that you take precautions and you look both ways, Baz. And, so you sort of got to be.
I always look both ways.
What is it? A person, a smart person, people are stupid and panicky. What's the quote? A person, a smart. Keep hydrated, guys, says Dark Dragon. Good thinking. We haven't done our hydrated thing for a while, have we? Gotta say, huge thanks to was it Julie Jew? I can't get it right. What was the name? Who was lovely? Who did our raid for us? I can't get the name right. That's it. Thank you, Ruby K. Julin. If it makes you feel better, as a microbiologist, back at work, a man got to eat. It's so true. It's so true. What do you think about Neuralink? Oh my God, we haven't really talked about Neuralink. We have watched the presentation. In fact, have a look at Barnacles' stream. If anyone's got easy access to that link. Yes. Actually, where is Barnacles' link? Go check out Barnacles on Twitch. Because I actually did a stream with him and Ox, and we talked about Neuralink for maybe 3 minutes. The rest of the time we just nattered on about everything else. But Julin, I've got to get this right. Julin. Yeah, Baz, you got to remind me. Julin. Lord Chunky, remind me. Julin.
Yeah.
Julin. Okay. We have a cluster of people near where I work. with it, and my work, warehouse, 400, 500 people, isn't doing testing. They aren't even enforcing masks and distancing. Well, that's freaking stupid. Even though people who work there all go through the same areas as the cluster of the 400, 500 people, I think 10 or so people wear masks. The others are basically denying it as a threat. I just don't understand that stupidity. Wear a freaking mask, wash your hands. If you're sick, stay home. It's as simple as that. Like, it really is that simple. And if you can avoid going out, then do. You know what I mean? Oh yes. Oh well, Theodorus. Thank you. There's a part of me that's I think I'm going to see if I can actually join them this weekend as well, because I had so much fun doing it. I can't. I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to sort of like ask them for fear that I might not be able to make it. But I'm sort of hoping that that I'll be able to join them. I like to join them all the time. The other one, I also the digital Jesuit, Father Robert Ballard is talking about possibly getting us together to do some podcasting as well. So that'd be kind of fun. I work with morons. They were confused by mandatory hand washing, which made me regret all the handshaking over the years going forward, not doing the same thing again. You know what, Spinner Breaker? I've got to a point now where I want to start bowing to people. I think it's a lovely sign of respect. I think it makes much more sense. And I think it's actually better than shaking hands, because it's not as aggressive. This kind of like grabbing hands and then who's doing the dominant, all this male bullshit. Oops, sorry, not onto that. Whereas bowing is just a very nice, I think, very respectful thing. I know, Randy Doc. I will be, and I'm going to be taking up on it. Yeah, Padre SJ. I'd love to just chat with Padre in a podcast, because I love that we bond over technology despite having completely different perspectives on sort of religion. Vulcan salutes, they're good too, but my hand, I get hand cramps trying to do it. It's my terrible old age has given me arthritic hands is not allowing me to do my Vulcan salutes. If I go the wrong way again, I always go the wrong way with these things. All right, everybody. Yeah, Cheryl Cohen, it's difficult. Everyone says that I think the best way to approach this COVID stuff is to try to align yourself with whoever is the most uptight about it, if that makes sense. If you can respect the most anxious of your friends, then you know that you're good with everyone else. And that's sort of what I am trying to do. And I'm also trying to relax a little bit, because I don't want to make everybody paranoid, including my son, about this stuff. I feel like, Jane is not more lax than I am, but she's just as cautious in her. She's just as good at the social distancing and the washing of the hands and all that kind of stuff. But she's willing to go out much more than I am right now. Yes, the robots behind me have just moved, and they are just watching me. And all right, that's my cue. The caffeine. Here's again. Everybody, I'm going to say thank you so much. Lord Chunky, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. It's really fun having your perspective on this stuff. When you can get a word in edgewise with me talking the whole time. Mm-hmm. I'm being blessed by everybody. All right, and
Bless you, Dad.
Thank you for having me on this.
Oh, God.
Thank you so much for this, Dad.
Well, and I'm thinking I'm going to come back tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a stream tomorrow with Raccoon working on the PC. But I figure I can talk to you while she's building the PC. If there's problems come up, I'll just go over and try to socially distance myself around it. So that is the plan. Again, everybody, thank you very much. A huge thanks to DStat, our Patreon. No, what did I say? Sponsorship level Patreon. All of our Patreons, all of our subscribers, everybody who's donated to the Tech Bandits cause. I promise to make better use of your money once I can figure out how to use it. This ATEM Mini Pro ISO is fantastic.
You need a new computer. I think that's like a good way for some of the money.
Yes, I know.
Because then your streams can actually work.
I know. And then I can have everything sort of hardwired in, and I can do all the screwing of the cables to the wall and stuff again, which I really like. I don't know what time exactly. I'm going to try to do earlier tomorrow so that I can, so that the late nighters might have a bit more time.
How early is earlier?
Oh, I have no idea. I was hoping for maybe 10. 9 or 10?
I can't get up that early.
What time are you waking up now, Chunky?
11:30ish.
11.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. So
same.
drop in when you feel like. I mean, same. You're gonna get up and walk the dog tomorrow morning, right, Bess?
No, I'm not.
All right. Everybody, thank you very, very much. Was there anything I was going to say? Yeah, again, no Stargate stream Sunday again because I'm filming, I'm afraid. I get to crash a train. Never mind. I'm not crashing a train on Sunday. Well, that is the case unless I test positive for COVID with Disney. If Disney tests me positive with COVID, I'm in for 2 weeks. Let's just stream. Let's just stream for 2 weeks because me, Baz, and Mom are going to be stuck here the whole time. So we should get up at 5. Yeah, right, Steve. We'll get right on that. So no stream, I'm afraid, on Sunday. Saturday, I'm going to try to get in with Barnacles again if I can. Barnacles and Ox. And then we will do a Tech Bandits on Friday. So we'll do a Thursday and Friday Tech Bandits. Wow. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you, Seven. Thank you, Seven. He Nick or the Nick. I appreciate it. I'll let you know if I test positive. You'll be the first to know. Trust me. I'll be here for sure. Huge thanks to our mods, even Cal. And I guess until we geek again, I should say. Oh, I guess we can all do it together. Until we geek again. Cheerio and huzzah!
Huzzah!